Well, I'm hoping that that turned out okay. I don't know if it did or not, but here we have, guys. I've even got this one to show you what I've got going on when it comes to what this is. And so I've got it to where the Patreon shows up. What's going on? So we could try this out. Like, see, that works. Okay, good. So there's that. Now, as far as like the actual like chat, that is something that I need to only evidently when it comes to YouTube. I can't officially test it out on unlisted videos. It needs to be on a public video, which is frustrating because I want to make sure it works before officially going like public and everything. But I tested it out via Twitch and it works. I just don't know for sure if it's going to work with the YouTube stuff on there. So that's where we're at on that. And then I can basically transition out of that. Let's go to this window. And now I've got my dog over there that's wanting to chirp and whine because she probably just wants to be played with or something like that, but she's in trouble. So who all we got here? I think Acker, I think you are so far the one and only here. But this gives me a chance to make sure all the audio is correct. And I believe the video looks good. Acker, I don't think you were here on the last stream that I did. Yeah, I mean, I've got a Twitch account. I just don't have it like set up, and I'm not streaming on it or anything like that yet. But it's like I think eventually I might do a multicast thing using the restream option. I just kind of wanted to start small before I just go spreading out everywhere, at least in the very beginning. So I've got a Twitch. I just haven't like promoted it. It's basically what I used whenever I watch other people on streams and stuff like that. Not so much me broadcasting. I think I did a couple of things back whenever I was like streaming me playing video games. I think I only had like 3 videos on there, and I went ahead and deleted those 3 little videos. They're like maybe a minute each. They were just some sample stuff like that. Okay, so as far as like showing up right here on chat, I got the ability, and I've got that what looks to be working good right there, so I can highlight certain people's chats, so that I can basically show that up and give a direct response to that particular one. I like that option. I've seen other people do that. What's going on? It's Lit Pinball. Welcome to the chat. So little stuff like that. I'm glad I have that working. As far as like actual like in the chat box, I think if I transition this stream to a public stream, then it should work. I just don't know for sure. YouTube, I'm finding out at least is that they're different when it comes to what all you're capable of like testing out and trying out and doing in comparison to stuff like Twitch. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, like YouTube chat, it like generates a whole new code web page for your chat for that particular video. Whereas Twitch, you have like a chat channel address that you have, and that's your Twitch chat address that doesn't evidently constantly change every time you do a video. So that's something that is different. I like to live donate. Or will that be a thing? Are you live streaming? Yeah, whenever it goes public, there will be the option for the super chats and everything on there, like you would see on other people that are streaming on YouTube. But when currently the video is in unlisted mode, then there's none of those options. Evidently, you don't get a lot of the abilities to do certain things unless you decide to show yourself to the entire world. So who else we got here? Try to give it a little bit more heads up this time around. Don't know who all is going to be able to make it, but like I said, this is mainly just to test things out. And let me go ahead and get back to me so that way, because I don't really have the chat going in here. I can move the YouTube chat over, but the visuals that I'm going for, I could probably show you actually here in just a second on the web page and show you at least what I'm wanting to do. I want it to be like the little boxes that come up and stuff like that. And it did. It worked accordingly whenever I was streaming through Twitch. But like I said, when it comes to streaming through YouTube, then I can't officially test it. Why am I not logged into my library? Go to this. Why is it showing this again? Oh, it's because I activated that scene. Okay. Now I know why. Ah, there he is. Texas J, let the party begin. And we're going all out. Now I was just going over the couple of the other guys that are here, the type of visuals when it comes to the chat that I'm wanting. And go to the damn chat box. There. Okay, so let me go to... So this right here is basically giving you the visual, if you can see it or not. But this is the type of visuals I want for the chat whenever it comes to that stuff. Is like the box that comes up, but I only have it over here in this particular window. But this is what it did whenever I did through Twitch. I haven't tested it through YouTube. Have you further considered scheduling your live stream? Helps knowing if you have a dedicated time. Yeah, I talked about this last week, Acker, and for me, I would love to be able to say, yeah, I'm free every Monday, or I'm free every Tuesday, or something like that. I'm free at this time. But with my work schedule and stuff like that, I can never just say for sure what time it will be. It will be, I would like to say around this time, but as far as like, what day in particular, that's something that's always up for grabs. I'm always up for any kind of input from any of you guys out there on what you think would be best for it. So if it needs to be earlier than this, or maybe even an hour later, I'm trying to feed towards the majority here, obviously. I'm kind of a big deal at work. Yeah, I didn't want to brag or anything, but yeah. No. It's just that definitely other things. I do have other priorities than what is going on right here in front of my computer. So, especially with my daughter about to evidently be getting into basketball, I'm staring at this form right here and stuff like that. So, I don't know what all is going to be involved in that. So, I'm going to assume that's going to definitely take precedent also over a lot of things. So, who knows? But if you got an idea on when or what your preference is, that's something I can always kind of build out from there and getting feedback from everybody on what they feel would be beneficial or a good time. Early afternoon, late afternoon, what's it going to be? Later start times works for me. What's later? I mean, what do you consider later exactly? I mean, was this considered early or is this considered later here at 6 o'clock? Because for me, I don't really know how long I'll be able to stream. Because it's one of those things where I can probably do this for maybe about an hour or so, and then we got stuff to do for dinner or whatever. I don't know yet. So he said 7:30 to 8. Okay. Don't know who this is. But I'm glad you're having a good time, whoever "Oh, thank you" is, but all right. This time or later works. Okay. So I know and evidently this, I found out this at, when I was at, Expo, is that, oh, hello, Daryl. Yeah, yeah. It's one of those things, everybody's got their own little nickname on there. At first, I was kind of wondering if it was, somebody else, like, it shouldn't be in here or whatever, but I was like, okay. So, what's going on, Paul? So, yeah, I found this out when I was at Expo, actually, is that evidently, and this is just going by what I was told from people that evidently live in Spain, is that I have a fan base in Spain. I don't, evidently I do. This was something that caught me off guard, but I even had two different people that barely spoke any English come up to me and wanted to get a picture, and they had to like find the words to say that, basically hold their phone out and mime it out for me and everything. And someone else that spoke better English I ran into earlier said that, yeah, he's like, yeah, we actually watch a lot of your content in Spain. I was like, really? I was like, who would have thought? My, that, but thought that was pretty cool. Didn't think that was going to be a possibility. Always good to have a fan base from all over. Yeah, I mean, I'm finding that to be true. I mean, that was definitely something that, I mean, I knew that in France with the RB Flip guys, I knew people over there, and there's some people that watch me over there. So we got people in France, and now I got people in Spain. I'm sure I got people in Canada, if you want to consider that. It's a different country, technically. Oh, man. So, as far as anything else, I think the things that we mentioned before on the stream that needed to be adjusted was the transition. I think before it seemed like it was too loud. So we can do the transition right here and see if that sounds like it's a little too loud or whatever. But I think that's actually a pretty good level of volume. I don't think it stood out very much. Acker, I don't know if you saw all the different panels that I've got made up. So eventually I'll be able to have like side-by-side interviews right here. I'm sure if I talk to Kaneda that he'd be willing to come on and everything and stuff like that, as well as Todd Tuckey and a number of other people and stuff like that too. So good, much better on the sound smoother, looks good, transition is clear. So yeah, as you can see, when it comes to at least the chat, I do have the ability to do this stuff right here at will to bring up and be able to do that. I think, is that something that looks good on your guys' end? Is that something that's legible or that you can read and everything? Because I know that was one of the things that is that the chat was evidently, I guess, hard to read because the font was so small. While your outro from the latest stream was choppy on my side, maybe I was a little, I think I need to look at that too, because I think I know what you're talking about, because I was doing a recording earlier and I noticed it too, but I thought it was just my recording. So that's maybe something I'm going to have to look into on the exportation of that particular video. So it'll probably do it again now that I think about it. Like that way better than the chat window. Yeah, I mean, like this is obviously to bring up particular chats so that way everybody can see it. I think a lot of people that send out a chat, obviously to who they're watching, they want that person to particularly see it. So this is a good indicator that, hey, I do see it and I can bring it up and mention it, So it got accurate, the sound is balanced. Well, I mean, it's nearly golf announcement grade quality. Oh, awesome. Hopefully it's a little more entertaining than golf. Hold on. I just noticed that it's a little dark over here. So I know I mentioned this last time also. We bust out WordPad. There, that brings a little more light right there. And then we can go back to the only me portion right here. I like the pop-up chat better than the whole chat on the screen. So yeah, so that's also a nice little touch. In the chat, I mean, I could have it to where it's also here. Let me go to this point of view over here. Back to this again. Wait, that's not the right one, is it? Yeah, let's go to the one where it's got me and Chrome, evidently. So I got the ability to where I can have the chat up here, obviously in this, and it could come up transparent if I wanted it to on this particular side of the screen. I don't know yet. It's one of those where I don't know which, I guess it's very situational. It depends on what I'm talking about and stuff like that. I mean, do we always want a chat to be on one side of the screen? So if it's going to be like me talking to you, just me right here in front of the screen like this, do we still want to have like a chat on this side or possibly this side of the screen and have it transparent enough to where people can at least still see that the chat is still moving or something like that? Or do I just need to continuously, when someone mentions something, just kind of like bring it up here for people to do it? I guess it all depends on how busy chat really is. You know, when there's only, I don't know how many of you were on here, 3 or 4, something like that. When there's only like 3 or 4, you probably don't need the entire chat log up. But, and there's another thing I did also that I haven't mastered fully yet, but I do have the ability to use my phone as a webcam. So I need to go mobile for any kind of certain reasons or whatever, or just have another scene of where it's just showing my games or something like that, then I can technically do that. I would bring it up one at a time if the screen is just you. So something like this. Okay. So I want to say I might be able to do the camera thing for you real quick. Okay, so then I want to say if I want to access that, then I just use my phone. Click share my camera. Start. So we swap that camera around. And then create this, and this should go into my mobile. Yep. And let me mute this microphone.
So that way you only get me. And so here we have this option to where we can go completely mobile, and then even have the camera go around and walking up to certain machines and pointing out certain things, whatever. Like, oh, we got this. This is a problem I'm working on. Whatever. Look how beautiful this is. Stuff like that. Point out right here. I still don't have the plastics on my joint of the mic because I'm afraid to put them on. Because the new ones come out any day now. I got to contact CPR about that. And if you want another view of this big ass game, good lord. So there's that option right there. So that being said, there's also the stream pick right here that I'm using. Yeah, this mic is my phone.
This mic is through the stream. We go back to only me here. So that's just an option on what else that can be done. Cool kid emoji spam test. Yeah, you got all the emojis there. Audio cuts in and out. Okay, needs a separate mic. I mean, I could hear the mic on my end through my headset right here. I could hear it. I just don't know how well it picks up, I guess, going across a stream. This mic goes more out than in. So that mic was just my phone. That was literally just the mic on my phone. I do have my wireless microphone. Technically, if I wanted to, I could use that. Matter of fact, I guess we could try that real quick to see if it works through that or not. That's what this is all about. Testing this shit out, guys. See if it's going to be good or not. Now let's see a review of the driver. Review on the driver. That game. When I sell the house, that game's coming with it. All right. As the main mic wireless. This one that I use for in front of the computer, no. There's no way I would have a good wireless mic like that now. So I muted the microphone that I use on my stream before I walked away, because otherwise it comes in and starts reading double because it's 2 audio sources coming in. The phone mic is no bueno. Okay, hold up. Let's try it again with this other mic on here. Go away. So let me see if this sounds a little bit different. Let me switch back to this, and then okay. Okay. So does this mic sound better? This sucks for me because I can hear myself talking and it's delayed, so I start getting stuttery on my own voice because I'm hearing myself. So this is just me walking around the room and talking and showing what things can be going on my phone. And then I can even swap the camera around like that. And this is using this particular microphone right here. Double sound. Oh, shit. There. Okay, so now that mic is mute. It sounds more better, but yes, a little bit of delay because you got a wireless and it's going through my phone and then it's going through the service and then finally to, yeah. So, but with this, does it sound better than the standard mic that was on my phone before? I guess we could test that in real time. So if I take that out, how does this sound in comparison to plugging it in? So it's 100% better, winner. So when I'm like this, does it sound better or worse? Yes or no? Walking around. Here we go. I've got my Yeti mic muted. And it just, here we have this game, or whatever. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's worse. All right, so let me plug in this microphone. 1, 2, 3. Testing. So how does this mic sound? If I'm using this mic, walking around, showing off particular things in the game room, blah blah blah. Okay, so definitely better with this mic. Okay, that's good to know. So now that we've got that figured out, and we know that that works in real time, we can switch back to me. Mute the microphone that I have here, and then we're back to using this mic. All right, sounds a ton better. Winner. Worse. It goes in and out. So yeah. So the wireless one, when I go mobile, is essentially a must. That's what I'm getting out of the guys right there. So that's good to know. Another good indicator that you guys bought me something very handy and dandy. I used that at Expo. I've used it at TPF, and now I'm going to continue using it here at the house for doing the streams and everything. So, but I found that to be a very little handy thing to do in case we start talking about a particular machine issue or whatever and stuff like that. And I can just pick up the phone, go over there, and really give a good visual on something. So, like for instance, I mean, we can switch over to my phone again. And let me swap the camera around to not be looking at me. Did I not set that up to? Oh, I've got it set on preview. Son of a biscuit. Okay. Make one little thing. So, upcoming video is going to be showing off this right here. This is to silence that loud ass fan that I've got currently in my Jurassic Park. And I know I'm obviously not going to be the first person to do a video install on this, but I want to try to make it a good quality to where it's going to be different. Because I know that like Zachary from Straight Down the Middle, he did his own version of it. I don't know, about a year or two ago, I want to say. But I want mine to be better. So I'm going to try to make it a little more entertaining, as well as give everyone a good visual on what this fan install is like, as well as a good comparison audio-wise on how the decibel rating is higher, lower, the same. Is it actually worth the $20 that you could spend on this thing? Put one on my Turtles LE night and day difference. Okay, good to know, good to know. The infamous fan swap did that on Deadpool. So, in your guys' opinion, is it worth the $20 investment and everything? You know, I could see how if you're in an arcade or you got a bunch of machines around you, it probably wouldn't make a damn difference. But here in your house, and you kind of got them on the background, especially for someone like me that's doing recordings or doing streams, you don't want to have to hear that high pitched fan going. So it's Lit Pinball. I have one for my Rick and Morty, but I haven't installed it. Now I hear it's definitely a big improvement for the spooky pinball machines because evidently their fans are like a damn leaf blower in comparison to Stern's. So I saw that they had the option for the spooky fan, and then and since this wasn't sent to me, then I can obviously give an honest review. But I have heard nothing but good about it. But I want to be able to hook it up to an external power supply and get a good audible difference for everyone to really hear how much of a difference it actually makes. It's worth it for home purchase, absolutely. Yeah. So, like I said, when you're in an arcade, you got music and a bunch of people all around, you're not going to notice the damn thing. But for a lot of enthusiasts out there, we just kind of like to have our games on. And when you have multiple Sterns, I'm pretty sure then you constantly got at least one of those damn fans just going, blowing and going like at all freaking times. So I am looking forward to the difference on this. I may even start doing the recording on it tonight. I don't know. Maybe after the girls go to bed. But I'm definitely am curious to see how it goes. I'm hoping I got that. I need to. That power supply should still work. I haven't used it in a while on testing, but I've got like a little miniature 12-volt power supply that I can hook these up to and get a good audible comparison without it being in the machine, just to see what the ratings are. I don't have another toolkit that I would like to have for it, but I still think I'm going to be able to get a good difference comparison for everybody here. That down. So when it comes to here, just FYI, audio is fading. Let me see out of curiosity. I mean, I could probably. I've already got my damn microphone like 9 decibels higher than everything else. Let me see what happens when I turn it up even more. Crank it up to 12. Because it's one of those where if I talk real loud, I'm sure it will come in, but I don't plan on like yelling too bad or whatever and stuff like that. So there, I've turned it up to 12. I mean, it does seem like it's getting in higher. I bet if I get closer to the microphone or yell, then it's less likely for it to be like that. So audio dropped in the last minute. It's still good, but in mid, you talking, it dropped quite a bit. Son of a biscuit. Let me see what the audio is like when it comes to streaming output audio. Everything should be on great quality. So it's one of those things where overall good. That's good to hear. As far as quality and everything should be good. Should be stereo and all that stuff and junk. And some of the settings I can't change until the stream stops, and then you make the changes and you have to relaunch the whole stream. So it's one of those where I turned up the amplified it about 3 decibels, and we'll see what that does. And that's the thing is that I've got to get used to when it comes to. I mentioned this last week is streaming opposed to recording only because when recording only, I had the ability to obviously edit before showing it off. And typically, I do. I have to amplify the microphone after I've recorded because I have it set to a certain point to where it shouldn't be picking up that damn Jurassic Park fan because before it would always pick it up and you'd always have to hear it. So I basically turned the sensitivity down on it. So now when recording, it works pretty good. Now I can adjust the sensitivity on here, but kind of got it where I like it. But if I'm gonna have to make changes for a stream, then I guess I'm gonna have to. But yeah, let's see here. And like I said, some of the things I wanted to test out, I can't unless I go public. And I don't know, can I change this to public if I so wanted to? If I so wanted to, it looks like I could. And that's where we would really be able to test out whether or not the YouTube chat is working as well as at least the Twitch chat showed to be working. Kind of nervous about going live in public on that. I guess because I'm being too much of a perfectionist on this. I want things to be working because a lot of the time, especially for people out there, you got one shot. You get make one impression, and if they come on there and your audio's all messed up or your video's all crap or the chat's all messed up and it looks like it's amateur hour, which it essentially kind of is when it comes to streaming, then it is what it is. So it's like I'm pretty darn close to where I think I should be when it comes to doing the streams and everything. Speed warp factor 6. But yeah, the ability, I want to get some topic points made up and ready to go. And I think we might be able to get away with doing a stream here. This week is going to be a little full. I would say tomorrow, maybe. What do you think? Think we can do it tomorrow? Okay, we'll do it live. Yeah, exactly. And it's like I want to say when I had it to where it was on this particular window right here with me in chat. It's like when it came to Twitch, it all populated over here on the side where it was supposed to be. So it looked good for Twitch. And I would assume if YouTube is communicating with Streamlabs the same way, then it should populate the same way as it did with Twitch. Just that I haven't been able to officially test it with YouTube. And it wouldn't surprise me if it didn't work. If it didn't work, I'd be like, of course. I mean, like, there's the way YouTube is and stuff like that. Chat. It seems like Twitch is much more friendlier when it comes to getting things to work a certain way. Let's see here. What all options do I have? Like, do I have the ability to control whether or not it announces to all of my subscribers? Because that would make it to where I could go public without like announcing that everyone needs to come in here and stuff. Thank you, Acker. Thanks for joining and giving me some feedback and stuff like that. Evidently, I don't have this particular chat window up on this particular screen right here, so I'll have to add that. Sure, I did. Oh, let me just add that real quick just to make sure it works. So let's try it now. To the exact same thing that I've currently got. Now, okay, so now that works on this screen. So I'm curious to see if I'm able to go live to really check out the chat to see how well it goes. As of right now, I think that's the only thing that I'm iffy about is what the chat's going to look like. Not seeing the option to go live without. Who can send messages? Okay. I could disable live chat, but why would I want to do that? So it doesn't look like that I could go live without letting people know. Certain videos, I can select those in my thing and make them go public without announcing that they've gone public. But evidently with live streaming, I'm not seeing that option here. Okay. So, all right, guys, is there any other kind of feedback that you could give me on what you were seeing or what you're hearing so far? Has the mic dropped any more since it was last dropped off and stuff like that? Audio still sounding okay? I'm looking on the stream right here trying to see what the quality looks like, and at least the preview window looks horrible. But this is just because it's the preview window, I'm sure. Sounds good. Everything's sounding and looking good here. All right. That's good to hear. It's just that, you know, like I said, it all depends on how busy chat's going to be. And, matter of fact, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it live. Let's see. Let me name Hardy Live Test Stream. We'll bring in the public, guys. This could be good. This could be bad. Oh yeah, let me show this to you guys before I. Oh, why is it not showing up right here? I already had it on here. Oh, I must have disabled the wrong one earlier. Okay, let me remove this one. The delete option. Oh, that's on there. I don't think so. I think it's just going to change it to public. So on this one, I wanted to show you that this was going to be something that I'll have at the beginning of the stream whenever it gets through with the intro. I mean, you should see it on the DVR portion of this one. But so evidently I need to transition back into the same thing that I'm in. And then this should activate, because this one basically is what you would see when the stream first starts. I'd be like, welcome to my channel and stuff like that. And then believe, yes, the list of all the Patreon supporters will start populating and going through at the beginning of the video. A lot of people have, their people that work at certain companies and stuff like that. Why can I not think of it? Sponsors. A lot of people have sponsorships with other stuff like that. I do not. So obviously, you guys are my sponsors, and so you will be showing right there at the beginning of the stream during the opening of it and everything. So there is that. So, and then once that's done, then I can just basically hide it after that. And then let me make this shit public. I'm scared, guys. I'm scared. Transition over here to this. Send it. Make sure the donation feature is working as well. Oh yeah, let me just, because I don't know how much longer we'll be on. So basically, I'm going to title this, testing chat, live stream number 2. Visibility, public. Do I have a playlist for this yet? I don't think I do. I'll make one, but it don't matter. I don't need one right now for it. All right. Here we go. I think we're going to go live, ladies and jelly spoons. There she goes. All right. Privacy is public, but the main question is, will it update the chat accordingly? I don't know when it's supposed to automatically start doing its thing. So we're just going to have to see in the long run. What's going on, Funhouse Pinball? Glad you're here, because the main point of this is to test the chat to see how things are going. What's going on, Kevin? Everybody's pouring in, it seems like. So the main point of this is that I'm trying to check the damn chat because for whatever reason, when it comes to YouTube streaming, it does not let you try things out unless you go public first. Yeah, that's the thing is that when it comes to streaming right there in Streamlabs, is that you have to be public on your YouTube channel for you to be able to test it. Not in Twitch. Twitch, you can do all you want to, but not for this for whatever reason. We were troubleshooting chat. We're going to be troubleshooting chat. Give me a second here, guys. I gotta bring it up because evidently it's not populating. So let me see what's going on with Streamlabs here. Wait, I have Streamlabs desktop. Chat, oh, that chat I'm doing manually. So when I bring it up like that, that's manually. So let me figure out if I can get this to come up without. This is not what I'm wanting. This is not what I'm wanting. Go away. Widgets, chat box. Because I tested this out with Twitch and it worked like a charm. No, what you're seeing, Funhouse Pinball, is that right there? That window comes up like a highlight. That's me actually doing that on my own. I wanted to be able to have an entire, Rolodex for a lot of people and stuff like that on the side. So I don't have to always, for people that want to see a particular message come up. And for whatever reason, with this, it seems to be difficult. The other option I've got is to build this. Now, hold on. Yeah, Stream Elements. I don't know what's going on with that when it comes to like troubleshooting. Let me transition back to me here, this guys. Oh, supposedly Stream Elements bot is now running. I don't know if that's going to do anything though. We shall see. Let me bring that back up again. Am I working on any pins? No, I do have to go work on location tomorrow. I've got about 5 pins I got to look at tomorrow, get them all cleaned up and adjust some stuff. Metropolis, I'm in the infancy state of streaming right now. So this is merely just testing out chat to figure things out. As of right now, the chat box that I've got located here on the left is not populating. It populates with Twitch, but it's not populating with YouTube because YouTube, in a way, kind of sucks when it comes to doing stuff. What's going on, Mark? Welcome to the test stream here to figure out what is going on with my chat. Let's see here. And I've had a couple of things now, but they've been basically strictly for my patrons. So this is like I think our second stream now with just showing it off with them. Now, so copy. Yes, copy. And then let me here. Carrie, it's Carrie. I wonder if it will change. Thank you there, Joshua. I'm about to find out. So enhance chat. So let's try. First of all, let's go back to finagle with this thing over here. All chat box. Okay. Change this. The same code. So that's not going to change anything. Audio is probably cutting out because I'm not sucking face with my microphone, or I'm not talking as loud. One of the two. Okay, what this is for, guys. You can talking to my patrons like I'm like I'm nervous about going live because I'm not entirely 100% ready, and I wanted this. Yes, I do have a stream deck. My patrons bought me a stream deck, so that is something I've got right here that I'm able to play with and do stuff with. But I'm not talking loud enough. Yeah, that has been the issue. I'm sure I can up it again. I can adjust the sensitivity. Let me crank that up a little bit more, so maybe that will clip, or I can have it to where it's always going. Testing 1, 2, 3. That way, it's always picking me up. But I don't know. We'll see. That might be too much. I just don't want better. Okay, we'll see how that does. All right. So when it comes to the chat for YouTube, evidently it is crap. Oh, that sounds like it was. I'm redlining now, guys. What is going on there? That looks like it's too much. Let me crank this down some. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Why is it? I wonder if this cable on my microphone is going bad. Okay, let me turn this down some more. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the Yeti, but it's via USB. I'm thinking about upgrading to the other particular port. I think this. Yeah, it's definitely the mic. What the hell? That sucks. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Why is it so sensitive now? That is weird. I have to go way back. Otherwise, I'm like picking up like hardcore everything. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. Maybe that. Okay. I'm not redlining anymore right there. So that should be better. That is crazy. So, next month, my patrons are probably going to buy me a new microphone because this one evidently has got a real iffy connection on here. So, I know that guy. Well, that's good to hear, Mike. I'm glad that I helped you out some. Jeff Boy, no, I did not go to the Houston Arcade Expo. Sadly, I have not been there yet. I need to. It's merely like 4 hours from my house, but I have not been there yet. Yes, the Shure MV7, that is definitely one I have been looking at. I know that especially a lot of the pros out there, that is one mic that they're obviously always using, and it's one of those where I'm always looking at it all very enviously, like, I need to get that, and not via USB connection either. This is a mic that my wife has been using. Yeah, the XLR. Why could I not think of that damn those? But yeah, the XLR versus the USB, I believe, is a big difference. Also, but my wife, she uses this microphone too for doing her audiobook recordings and stuff like that. So I'm thinking with her taking this and using it and stuff like that, and biggest. Damn it, James, shut up. I didn't want to go big. I, I got the medium sized one. I think it's just fine for what I use. He even offered to pay the difference. I'm like, it's not about the price. It's just about what I need, and that's what I'm getting. So when it comes to the chat, I'm not very happy with the fact that it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. And it sucks that in order to really test this out, I had to be public for all you out there to see. Oh, did I not save it? No, I saved it. And I can launch it, but that ain't going to do me no good. Yeah. Thanks, Pinball. Yeah, luck is maybe what I'm gonna need because this is being crap. Same code. Yeah, it's the same damn code. So that is gonna once again make no difference. Well, thank you. I'm glad it at least looks good there. Ah, but yeah. I mean, and just to show off other things that I've got going on here is that eventually I'll be able to do interviews or another with different types of people. And obviously, if I say certain things,
That's what she said.
because I know damn it, the sound went out. I haven't even done anything. Testing 1 2. Crap. I don't. Why? Why? I don't know why. All right, hold on. So I don't know why it's doing this. Yeah, I know. I had to turn down the decibel because I think I've been having to increase the decibel readings due to the fact that the mic has got an iffy connection. And for whatever reason, now that I've got, I guess, as of right now, a better connection, then I can lower the amplification on that. Yeah, I can see whenever it's not working and whenever it's overdriving, without a doubt. I can see it. Yep, just soundboard my entire episode. I'll just have a bunch of yeah, without a doubt. Why? Testing one, two. Do the whole wiggles and stuff. Look at that. Such a crap connection that I gotta sit here and jerk off my microphone. This is not something that I want to do to get a good sound. All right, hold on. So I don't know if this is gonna fix it, but I think I know what the problem was because I have not had this issue before. I feel like you know, I'm having this problem that I've never had before.
That's what she said.
So this is one of those things where, okay, what did I change from the last time I did a test stream with my patrons to this time? and I think I figured it out, and it has to do something with that crappy ass USB hub that I've got over here. That's got to be it because nothing else has changed. So, yeah, or not. I don't know. I just got a big old spark of something right there. So, whenever I go into overload or I'm too low, I've got a good visual indicator right here. So, it's one of those things where it sucks. Damn it, I'm getting a new microphone now. It sucks. Yes, I'm back. Hey, what's going on, Hector? Yeah, Hector, we're doing some testing here in chat, trying to get everything. I'd like to eventually, obviously, start scheduling points. No, I'm not using a mixer. I'm sure if I was using a mixer, I would not have all these problems. Oh, yeah, this is very reminiscent to the Twippies. Well, what sucks about that issue is that they had the ability to test that stuff live and at that moment without problems. And I'm guessing I've still got problems. But I didn't have these problems. Don't want to talk too loud until I went public on this damn thing. So the chat window doesn't work. Going on, Mark? You're up late, man. You're up late. What are you doing up late? Going on, Bruno? So if this is what I've got to do to make sure that everyone's able to see that, yes, I do see your chat messages because I can click on them and bring it up right here. But eventually, I want to be able to have it to where we can transition to this right here. What the fudge? Hector, what the hell? All right, guys. So Hector just bought me a new microphone. that's what he just did right there. Wow, son of a bitch. Oh, well, Mark, as of right now, I might be sounding good. We've had some technical difficulties here, and so yeah, Hector just saved the day, and yeah, so now I guess I'm gonna be ordering a new microphone tonight, and we're gonna get the audio problem resolved. That's for damn sure. So without a doubt, thank you very much, Hector. You are very gracious, and sucks I didn't see you at this last expo, man, because I wasn't at a booth, and so last time when you were offering me some of your wine that you had in your little fancy glasses, I couldn't accept because I was working a booth. I could have been drinking all kinds of wine with you this time around. Yeah, I'll be getting the Shure MV7 and maybe do an unboxing video, and the video will be sponsored, of course, by Hector. Ready for dinner and record a new episode. What is there to talk about, Roop? What is there to talk about going on that I guess I'm not thinking is worthy of talking about? The lack of interest right now on Bond, maybe? I don't know. There could be a lot of things, but going to TPF. All right, sweet. So we got Mark and Josh gonna be chit-chatting. So, Mark, are you gonna be able to make it to TPF at some point? I wouldn't say Bond is boring. It's just that definitely it feels like the hype has already died down on it. So that's where I'm at on it. I mean, they still gotta update the code dramatically at this point, and they're just now starting to arrive on locations. But I feel like this is a hype has definitely dwindled down on this particular game than any other game that I can think of, at least off the top of my head. Oh, yeah. Sweet. If anything else, guys, in case you're curious, this hat is one of the best hats. Screw it. I'm going to say it. It is the best hat that I've ever owned. And this is from Loser Kid Pinball Podcast right here. I still haven't received my check yet in the mail for the sponsorship that I give you guys, Josh. You keep saying it keeps getting lost in the mail. I do have PayPal. That way there's no issues. I don't know what your deal is with having to send me an actual physical check. Yeah, I saw that. I actually saw the virtual version of that. Wicked Pissa. I've got something. Hold on. I have an actual glass from Wicked Pissa. I had to look that up, but someone brought me a glass from somewhere over there, some pub, I guess. Can I have your getaway? No. You cannot have my getaway. That is my baby, as of right now, at least. It'd be your first. I mean, TPF has got some perks, definitely. Yeah. TPF is one of those things where there's pros and cons to like every other show. It's like TPF is definitely the largest of the shows, but it's also the busiest. And depends on if you like a lot of people, because lately it has been very crowded. Acker Apple, thank you very much for the $10 donation. I got next level since I went and walked my dog. Yeah, we went public, and then my microphone is evidently taking a shit during the time span that I was doing the unlisted video Acker to when I went public. Oh, see, this gives me a good point right here that I can show off something else here while you guys are on here. This is something that's interesting that, once again, I'm still learning here. Let me bring it up, and we can go mobile, and then I've got to like turn on my microphone. I've learned. Oh no, I touched my microphone on accident. So I can go mobile on my phone, and oh, see, that's working. What the super chat's working on Streamlabs all of a sudden for whatever reason, but the actual chat itself doesn't want to work. Okay, whatever. Makes no damn sense. All right, so let me plug this in, and I can actually go mobile with my phone, and you can even get up close and personal with my getaway if you so want to. So let's see here. I need to transition over here to this. All right. So that way you can see that, yes, the game is still sexy. And this is my last action hero that never wins anything. You could have a game that's not even entered, and it'll win before this damn thing will. And then here's this game that I'm going to be selling with the house. I don't want to move this again. It's staying right there. That's where it's going to be. So this is another cool thing I'm able to do is go mobile like this. So I like that. Ugh. How'd that microphone sound? So there's that right there. Todd Tucky's here. Welcome, Todd Tucky, to the test stream. This is merely just trying to get some of the stuff, little things ironed out before I actually do a legitimate show. So let me go through the chat log right here. Yes, I can go mobile, Mark. I can go mobile and walk around and show stuff off, whether it be close-ups of troubleshooting on certain games or issues I'm having or whatever. I can do that. I do have the getaway pin sound. As far as like me creating my own sounds for it, I need to work on that. I haven't, but I do need to work more on that. It's just that there's a lot of sounds on that damn game. Hello, Michael. Yep, bit maxed out on mobile mic. Yeah, that mic, I have to use that. When we tried that out during the test stream, I have to use that mic. Otherwise, it really cuts out pretty bad on it. Thank you, Bruno. I mean, it was definitely a very long process to get that looking the way it does. What happened to my Dread? I sold that one. I sold that, and that eventually, what did that pay for? I forgot. Now that I think about it, it's like I sold that Dread to get another game, but I can't recall what it was that I bought. Oh, it's Cactus Canyon. Yeah, I sold Dread to make room for Cactus Canyon. That's what that was. I'm like, I don't even remember now. Ugh, episode of Cribs. It'd be a very short episode. That's for damn sure. Yeah, I know. I didn't think I was gonna go live either. And then I was like, screw it, we're gonna do it live. And so that's what we did. And because I wanted to test out chat, and the chat is still not working on here. I have to do it manually. I mean, I could have it come up in another way, but I want it to work, and it's not working. I'm not selling my World Cup soccer. No, that thing's probably bolted to the damn ground. Going mobile on site. I mean, I guess technically I could probably go mobile during my maintenance work tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, audio is very very tedious work without a doubt. Well, I'll probably bring it to this upcoming TPF again, so that would probably be the best time for you to play the getaway. That thing took a beating all weekend at the Texas Pinball Festival. That's for damn sure. And this room is where the magic happens. Yes, yes. What is that line from Overboard? And here we have the old magic room. And I remember seeing that as a kid. I didn't get that joke. I didn't understand what the magic room was as a kid seeing the movie Overboard because it just kind of went over my head. But it's amazing how that works with a lot of movies. You don't think about certain lines, and then you watch it again, and you're like, "Oh my god, I didn't catch that before. I didn't realize how dirty this movie was." Now to see your studio has a carpet floor, doesn't it make the nudges difficult? No, but it helps with sound. That's for damn sure. I want to upgrade this carpet to actual like UV reacted carpet that you typically see in a lot of game rooms and entertainment centers and stuff like that. It's down the road, but eventually I want to. But a part of me is like, I don't know. Do I really want to start upgrading this room when there may be a chance that I might get another house down the road, or what? Manual chat's kind of interesting, more engaging. You'd be missing a lot of chat otherwise, which reduces quality of chat until you blow up with thousands of chats. Yeah, see, that was the thing also, was like, I can do this, one at a time. It just depends on how busy the chat is, how many people decide to join in to do this. Otherwise, I'm going to have to, like, just go to town on having to click on all this. Can only keep one. World Cup or NBA Fast Break? World Cup. And maybe if NBA Fast Break it's fun, but if I had to choose one or the other, I'd choose World Cup. Unless I had like two fast breaks, then that would be interesting. But then I'd have to have somebody else play against me and stuff, and then that's not very often that happens here. Greetings from LA. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Pinball Arcade and the reception here sucks. Been catching the stream here and there. Well, if you're catching the stream here and there, you're probably catching my audio here and there also, because it is being a bit of a pain. Yeah, they're out there. It's just that you got to be willing to pay the price for them right now, man. The Tales of the Arabian Nights is a game that I don't think the wife will ever let me sell. I play it. I was actually wanting to play it earlier before I started the stream, and I had something else come up. Colorado, greetings. I need to go there again. Beautiful place. No, as of right now, World Cup soccer has not gotten old for me either. What home pin shoots better at Star Wars? Oh, Jurassic Park. Yeah, I do not like Star Wars. I do not. And that's partially because I suck at it, But the other part of it is that it requires too much effort to play. I mean, if you want a good score, then you got to boost that freaking multiplier up to 40x, and you got to sit there and hit that damn action button over and over again. And I'm like, I don't know, that's too much of a damn workout. I can't do all that.
That's what she said.
My Cactus Canyon, still love my Cactus Canyon. I'm waiting on the new code, but evidently that's going to be a while, from what I've been told. Keep up the good work. Your content is killer. I gotta run. Thank you, Doug. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, I'm glad you liked my skit for the Mandalorian. That's actually my first skit, and I want to say a year? It's been a while since I've done a skit, and they dropped that topper right before Expo. So I didn't have the time to sit down and type up a script and actually record it and edit it and everything. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to do that and wait for it till I come back. And not to mention, I was like, I'll have to check on it quality wise when I go see it in person. I wasn't gonna start, taking jabs at it when I actually haven't even seen it. And it's one of those toppers where I was like, man, it actually looks pretty darn good. It just sucks when it comes to price. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant with the Cactus Canyon on that. Where am I going to put Godzilla? It's one of those things where I would gladly get rid of this damn race car game over here to put a Godzilla in. But that's the point where I'm at now, is that I have to get rid of something to put something in its place. If I could sell that damn race car game and then not wait forever and a day to get a Godzilla, would love to have one. Yeah. Like Paul says right here, I'm not a Star Wars person. I've seen people play it. I had to play it in a tournament, and it was like, ugh. You haven't installed that hardtop yet? It should be pretty damn easy. I got some videos for you, man. Just follow the videos. You got this. You got this. Have Godzilla Pro on pre-order. Been in this hobby for 3 years and love it. So in the 3 years that you've been in here, Zane's awesome. Do you feel like the price just keeps getting worse and worse for these games, or what? I enjoyed my Turtles also. I did, and I would still own it if I didn't have a heck of a good trade deal for the Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is much better than Turtles, but I still enjoyed my Turtles. It's just that I had the option to trade for a Jurassic Park. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna hop on that. Yeah, Cactus Canyon, overall, I still need to do a review video on that game. It is on my to-do list for content creation. Eventually, I will do that. But, I could always give you in a nutshell. It's just an overall really fun game. And that's pretty much all I can say right there. We're retracting messages already there, Acker. What are you doing? Are you typing in some stuff? Why Alien was first on the pin side and dropped to 50? Because there's a lot of people that were just trying to make that game better than what it actually is. I don't trust the top 100, mainly due to what you saw with Aliens. Aliens does not belong on the #1 spot as a pinball machine. Does it play okay? Yeah. Would I own one? No. I think that definitely that game is a good starting point for Pinball Brothers to learn from mistakes and get better for each game after that. Queen is a kind of a prime example of that in a way. I really actually enjoyed playing Queen, but it was very hard. I felt like every damn shot was like a risk. It was like, man, they had it on 2 balls instead of 3 at the expo. Party! I'm glad you're doing another series with your buddy. The Centaur series was one of the favorites you have done. Yes, I think I need to go get some more footage of his getaway, because he's been sending me pictures, and he's already got it pretty dang cleaned up. But I don't think he's going to be going all out on it until I don't know when. But he's at least going to have it cleaned up and everything nice and shiny. Todd will buy your race car game. All right, well, yeah, well, he gets to come over here and disassemble the damn thing, put it in a box, and take it with him. And I'm not taking the damn thing apart again. I'm not in the mood. That was way too much effort to get that damn thing in my house. Yeah. It was funny is that my buddy Jason, he was a big fan of, why can I not think of Iron Maiden? That's the machine he was going to get at TPF. And I told him to hold up, play Godzilla, you may change your mind. And he changed his mind. He played Godzilla. He's like, yeah, man, it's just a hell of a game, man. I got to get that game. And he finally has it. He got it 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he ordered it at TPF. So March all the way till now. That's how long it took him to get his premium. Flashers wiring is killing me getting them hooked up right. There's a good amount of flashers on that damn game too. That Tomcat lost contact. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I know. Loses context over time. Hello, Liz. First game. See, Jurassic Park Pro was my first game. You got a hell of a good first game. I see this all the time in this hobby lately, is that you've got people that get a game and like, it's my first game ever, and it's a Godzilla Premium. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I'm like, really? I was like, that's your first game? People got a lot of good first games compared to what the hell I got as my first game. Second was the Godzilla Premium, and third, Deadpool Pro. Well, evidently you have a good eye for good games, because all of those games are really good to have, and to have them as your first, second, and third, damn, that's nice. Way too dark to play, and I couldn't see the play field at my location. Please say Star Wars in the cool parody voice. Star Wars. Yeah, I decided to make that as a short, and yeah, it was a lot of fun making that one, because I when they released that home version with the comic book thing, I was like, okay, now they're just asking me to make fun of this. Thoughts on Deadpool? I really enjoy Deadpool. Pro, premium, doesn't matter. I think that shoots just fine the way it is, and I wouldn't mind having one. There's a one that's just a few miles from my house, actually, at a location that I go there and play every once in a while. And I think it's about time that they have somebody come and take a look at that game and get it cleaned up. It's getting pretty damn dirty. If they have to, I'll ask them if they want me to do it. I'll do it. All right, Paul, take it sleazy, man. Get on JP, play some games. Escape from Nublar. Just the flashers left. So how's that playfield looking? Looking pretty good, nice and clean. Does it line up real good for you? Did you do the black around the inserts? Who's on first? Nobody. Who? Who's on first? I don't know who's on second. Kids go nuts for Deadpool. Yeah. And it's funny, when I remember that game first came out, it got a lot of flag. Like people didn't like it. So that may be what we're probably going to see with Bond. And I'm not sure if it's a coincidence that it's a Gomez game, but it's one of those, it looks like that might be what we're probably going to see with Bond. The enthusiasm for Bond is pretty low right now, but it may escalate over time with code improvements and everything. Cincinnati, no, I will not be going to Cincinnati. I am sorry. Eventually, I want to visit every show. It's just a matter of making my schedule work with it. He's taken for the weekend. Is that Deadpool at Penstack? No, this is actually. Do they have a Deadpool over there at Penstack? I haven't been there in years. There, Texas J. It's been a while. No, I wasn't able to make it there, Todd. Sorry. But it's good to see that you're making your way down here to the south in Texas to see the shows. You were at Texas Pinball Festival. Now you're at Houston Expo. So it's kind of curious to see where you're gonna. Are you gonna be to the upcoming TPF there, Todd? You gonna come down to Texas once again? Yeah, Mung Nai right there. He was there on the very first pinball machine I got. Yep. That was definitely wasn't a Godzilla or Deadpool. That's for damn sure. Deadpool and drained it like a mother. Yeah. Thank you very much there. Checkbox, especially WoW Factor to non-pinballers. Paul says hi, Todd. Here I am with Tales from the Crypt that works 50-50. Tales from the Crypt is one of those games where after a while, there's just certain audio that I cannot stand. Like with Lethal Weapon 3, it was the, okay, from Joe Pesci, and the Crypt Keeper, his laugh, after a while, just starts to turn on nails into a chalkboard for me for that game. But, overall, Borg did great with the design for the game. It's just one of those things for audio, certain things can kill a game, and that's it. Plays real. Fast. Okay, yeah. That game is definitely going to play a lot faster with the hard top on there. Some people do not like that aspect because it changes the game so much. I know. When's that going to be available for us to watch, Todd? I mean, for everybody else. My take on a Back to the Future pinball machine is that it will never meet my expectations. It won't. But I hope it surpasses them. And it is a theme that I definitely would love to own because I'm a very big fan of it. Thanks for stopping by, JD. Tank with the economy through the first half of 2020. I'm seeing lower prices on most pins already on pin side. Still not low enough. Yeah, I mean, if we go by what the economists are saying and the way things are headed, we shall see. They invite me to the TPS show. Yay! Because my wife and kids would definitely like to see you again, Todd, without a doubt. She was jealous that I got to see you when I was in Expo. Do you know any machines with the same fluidity as Godzilla? Then you're looking at another Elwyn game more than likely. Then I don't know. Godzilla is like is a pinnacle right now. But I'd say Jurassic Park is right up there when it comes to. I don't even know if Jurassic Park is up there at close to Godzilla right there. I mean, my thoughts on Bond are very. I don't want to talk about too much on this until I actually do a first actual stream episode. My first episode, I do want to go over my experience with the games I played at Expo, and that includes Bond, Queen, and stuff like that. I've kind of touched on it a little bit here, but I definitely want to go over it more thoroughly in an actual legitimate episode. I'm not a test stream so much. I'm already on here an extra 30 minutes longer than I planned to because I was wanting to see the chat hopefully work, and evidently it doesn't. So let me see if it started working. No, such crap. Yeah, AIQ is a game that I believe flows really good. It's one of those where the shots and it shoots great. It's just that the code was beyond my understanding at the little amount of plays that I put on it. I can understand you learning it over time and it being a fantastic game, but for me going to location, I needed more time. Director wants to screen it at pinball shows for now. We ran it on both flat and 3D at Houston. All right, Todd, you can send me like a torrent of it, right? You can just send me a copy, little small, 320p quality. It'll be fine. Yeah, Godzilla is definitely. Oh, evidently Jason, who just got his Godzilla, just stopped by over here. Should have had him come over here and say hi to everybody, but he wants to stay off stream probably. Let's see here. Godzilla, yeah, I want a Godzilla too. Bond, also known as James Dong, giant Brad. I call that the love missile. So in future videos and stuff like that, and I'm not even sure if anybody's ever even picked up on this, but for the videos that I've done on James Bond so far, every time I show the love missile, I've got it blurred out. It's all pixelated like you'd see on like certain pornographic videos and stuff like that. I don't know if anybody's caught that yet. Got to play Deadpool once at an arcade. Unfortunately, it was in a very poor condition. Yep. That's always sucks when people always get a bad experience on a particular game and then they think the game overall is bad. It's always a risk. 5 Bonds at Houston show play cannot release it until the video clips are approved. So, Todd, what do you think about Bond? I know I expect your answer to be neutral, but from what you saw, what you observed at Houston, what would you say is the general public's reaction with the game? Cactus Canyon, I'm loving it. All right, later, Texas Jays. Yeah, as long as I don't touch anything, I guess, on my mic, then I should be good. But I'm going to order a new mic tonight, actually. Thanks to Hector for sponsoring that. I will be getting me the Shure MV7. Pitbull! You muscular guy. Dude, I had no idea that your wife was built the way she is. You posted that picture on Facebook, and I was like, damn. I mean, damn. I was like, the woman could easily kill me. with one bicep. Just, I would like kill me. That's how I was like, Jesus. Combo shots are pretty good. Skyrockets and flight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. The orders are taking so long to deliver new pins. Yeah, that's my big issue, is that it's taking forever to get pins out. All right, so it's hard to find pinball places to keep their machines. Getting TMNT instead. Yeah, I think, honestly, I think you would enjoy TMNT more than you would Bond. At least at the current point in time. You are correct. Best value in pinball for what the price that you're going to be paying for this game and what all it has in it and the quality of that you're getting, without a doubt. Yeah, am I going to have to go in here and chill this guy out? Let me go over here to the chat, because evidently I'm going to have to ban somebody. I'm going to have to make moderators. Great. Because I'm not able to, for whatever reason, on... Oh, wait. Hide user. All right. Enough of that guy. Sorry, guys. Mr. Burgles is no more. Let me scroll through. I would have responded faster with the messages, but I forgot that I can... I'm not seeing what you guys are seeing, which is the entire chat, which is over here. I've got another window over here. So that is my bad right there for not getting him sooner. Yes, I do need moderators. That will be something I'll look into. Teammate sold home 3 people. Premium is not worth it for TMNT. I mean, if you love it, you love it. But I did not see the point in going for a premium on that. Is that douchebag still on here? Okay, good. He should be done now. I mean, who does that? Who has the mentality of going, I'm going to hop on this guy's stream and I'm going to spam the watermelon over and over again? Yeah. Yeah. You're done. You're done. What you said, she laughed. Trust me, I wanted to say other stuff, but I was like, we don't know each other that well yet. But it was all good, but it was probably going to be a little dirty, so I was like, I better not. Talk about the thighs and stuff like that and cracking necks. You can probably get what I was talking about from right there. But like, yeah, either way, congrats. That's a lot of work to look like that. Oh, you want to create another account? All right, well, I can just keep on hiding. Oh my God. Yeah, I'll just, I'll report all kinds of stuff on this guy if I have to. Oh, I did. Oh, Todd, I know what to do. It's just that being able to do it as quickly. Oh my God. I'm sorry I'm being quiet, but this douchebag right here wants to spam chat. Tell you what I'm probably going to do here is that I might have to go ahead and create me a moderator. I might even give that privilege to where was it at? I just seen it. There you go, Todd. I just gave you moderator access, at least for right now, so you can help me out. So I'm not having to focus on Mr. Douchebag over here. He's used to having to ban him, do stuff like that. It's like, really? I mean, you have to be really that lame to sit here and have all these freaking, like, you know, like accounts with different names to come up and start doing stuff. That is ridiculous. Yeah. Well, he's got another job, evidently. That is crazy. Wallace and he's bored. So without a doubt, definitely work will be done with chat to rule out little annoying douchebags like this. Original. What are the odds of a repro happening for the original? I don't think I'm even going to be able to find one of those damn things. Gameplay experience of Bond will be coming up in a future video. Not such a video, but in a future live stream. Because this is sad. It's like, how many times can someone sit here and create another freaking account and be stupid? I don't understand it. We need anonymous for this one. Yeah, this is like, I mean, like, how many times can you sit here and go, I'm on a different account? Oh, a different account. Oh, a different account. Because you obviously, next JJP release, oh, who knows? I don't even care at this point. They're going to have to milk Toy Story 4 for at least a year before they even release their next one. Let me see something real quick. Because it seems like, for whatever reason, let me restore the chat over here. Because it looks like Todd's going to have to go full time on just like having to get rid of this guy. And it's ridiculous because I shouldn't have to do this bullshit because you got douchebags out there that want to. I don't understand the mindset. I don't get it. There are so many other things that I could find to do other than having to get on someone else's stuff and just be a nuisance. Because I don't think that my chat in particular has done anything over here. Oh, let them make reaction videos, whatever. I did no such crop dusting. That's for damn sure. Now, I think the issue and why he was able to probably continue doing what he was doing is because I was doing it through another thing over here. I don't know. Maybe he finally got a life and decided to go somewhere else. Deep-root sabotage. Oh yeah, it's it's what's his face? I can't even think of it right now. What? How come I can't think of his damn name that at Deeproot, the principal of Deeproot? Why? Yeah, Robert. Yeah, goodness gracious. Why can I not think of that? Freak trash. And that's the thing. I've played Stranger Things at Expo, so my thoughts and opinions on Stranger Things have changed. So in an upcoming video or stream, I will do that as well. Yeah, this is just a test stream, guys. I want to get the actual chat working correctly and stuff, and have some Yeah, Hector, we figured it out. I say we figured it out. It was somebody else. But worst game released in the last 5 years. Off the top of my head, just real quick, I'm gonna say Led Zeppelin. That is a game that I thoroughly just did not care for. That was one of those games where I was like, oof. I mean, I love the music. I can rock along to it, but streaming gameplay, no, that is not going to be my area of expertise. Obviously, I'm still even learning how to do this portion of the streaming. So, yeah, I don't see me doing any kind of streaming gameplay. There's plenty of other people and shows and channels that I can recommend if you want to see them play particular games. You don't want to see me play pinball. That's for damn sure. Toy Story 4 is one of those games where I'm like, it didn't suck. It was just one of those games where I was like, there's no way that I would pay that amount of money for what is in this game. I just do not agree with that. That is just outright ridiculous that they were just like, yeah, we're gonna charge this much. AIQ, I liked AIQ. I just the code was confusing for me. That's all. No, it's not a remade Sea Witch. That's the Beatles essentially on that one. Yeah, cell processing. That was what I said basically. Was that it's simple. It's just way overpriced. Zeppelin too fast, but AIQ won me over. Yeah. Laser Q picked one up recently. Laser Q. I cannot recall me playing one of those. If you want to get notified when I go live, then you have to ding my dong.
That's what she said.
God, I don't think I've ever had a girl actually say that, to ding my dong. That would be weird. Be like, I don't think I want to. I want to leave now. Acker, throwing money again. This is Todd's money. I know it goes to. Yeah. I definitely throw stuff at Todd as well whenever I can. See, I'm glad that that stuff's working, but my actual chat is not working. So I don't know. That's weird how the super chat and everything works. Let's see here. Monsters, it's okay. I mean, it's definitely not a game, but I mean, it was one of those. I wouldn't want it. I like the premium because of the black and white. It just looked pretty, but it definitely wasn't on one of my favorites. That's for sure. 8K for Toy Story. Yeah, if they would have priced that thing about 8K and the collector's edition at like 10, maybe even 12, I still think that's too much. But it would be less of a oh my god, are you kidding me kind of thing. Anyone else watch old Papa tournaments? No, not me. I don't watch tournaments. I've only been to one. Yeah, I mean, I just did not personally care for Toy Story 4. It shoots fine. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I can shoot it and it was fine, but not for that price. No, 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 no. You're out of your mind. The big question is, are we going to be seeing a will Jersey Jack learn from this last game's launch and price point, and will we see a price reduction? Especially with the way the economy is supposed to be heading. But I wonder if they're going to be like, okay, maybe we should price it a little bit lower now. Yeah. I don't see them lowering the price either. They're gonna be like, no, you want a game, you're gonna pay for it, especially with the way the economy's going. J Texas J is back, and here he is coming in with money this time. What the hell? GNR Sparkly Flub. I give GNR this. GNR is one of the prettiest games I have ever seen. Without a doubt. It is very pretty. I'll give it that. And you got, of course, the GNR music. If you like GNR, you're a fan of them, then you're going to love that as well. It's just one of those where I didn't like the way it shot so much. I do not like a soft plunge. Do not like that. So it's one of those things like, oh, the skill shot is when you barely pull it back and let it go. Okay, then I'm not going to like that. And that was the skill shot thing for Toy Story as well. So thank you very much, Texas J. I will be buying a new microphone when I get off of this stream to upgrade this. And that's the thing. You say that we need to stop buying them, but will we? Will we ever stop buying them? I don't think we will. I say we. I'm priced out. I'm pretty sure I'm priced out of Pinball, guys. It's not going to happen unless I sell something that I currently own. I'm not going to be able to buy another one. That's just me. Free play or match sound on a pinball game. Nudge is working on a story about what people call that noise. What do I call the free play or match sound? You talking about the knocker? The knock? Or you talking about like the modern day beep sound we get on Stern because they don't want to put the knocker in the machine? Thank you very much, Paul. Once again, I'm guessing there's probably a delay on whatever. There it is. I was like, is it going to pop up and let everybody know that, yes, thank you very much, Paul, for the donation. I think they blew through the ceiling prices. Yeah. Okay. Carrie, do you have any advice for someone who only makes 300 grand a year to be able to afford a new unbox on today's prices? My advice to you is you should be able to get everything you want, or you just need to chew down some other things that you're spending your money on to be able to afford these pinball machines. But you should be okay for a 300 grand salary right there. What do I do for a living? I am an equipment technician in the semiconductor field. So I am part of the reason why we have a chip shortage, if that means anything. I also know what the next iPhone cameras will have and not have and stuff like that. TNA 2.0 didn't sell out, probably a good sign. And the thing is, they would have sold out if the pricing wasn't so high. I think a lot of people saw past the updates as being mere aesthetics. They weren't going to be changing anything else. Free game, yeah. But the knocker, that's what I mean, all my games have the knocker except for Jurassic Park. I need to get a knocker for that game, actually, now that I think about it. 30 million in one day. Price will stay the same. It's only when distributors have sheds full of JJP games that they will do anything. Yeah, once distributors stop requesting. But here's the thing is that you have certain manufacturers like JJP that is selling direct now. There's an option for selling direct. So even if the distributors decide to not buy as many games, then they can always sell direct and cutting out the middleman, so to speak. Let's see. No more new inbox for me. Yep. Yeah, I think Todd's finally listened to me that he needs to grow that beard out. He said he wasn't going to, but evidently he has, or he's working on it. I told him he needs to grow that beard out. Yeah, Back to the Future comes out. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up selling all kinds of stuff to be able to get it Back to the Future. If it lives up to my expectations or close to it. It's never going to live up to my expectations. It won't. They're not going to be able to get all the damn sources that I would love to have in that game. You gotta grow that beard out, Todd, and then you can have a video of Retro Ralph coloring yours other than gray. I won't start and give us some home leaderboards. They're working on it. Gomez has already talked about that's things that are in the works. They've got a lot of other things they're working on. I mean, I know I talked a lot of crap about the Insider Connected whenever they first launched it, and I've still got my fingers crossed that they're not going to do what I think they're going to do in the upcoming future. We'll see, though. Am I restoring anything currently? No, the next project is Doctor Who. I just need to get it into the garage, but before I do that, I need to clean my garage. I think a line of pinball colognes would sell. I'm thinking Bally Williams cabinet scent or Stern coil sleeves. I don't know if the wife would like that. Maybe the old electromechanicals. I love the way the old electromechanicals smell. James, thank you very much for the $10 donation that I have yet to get to down here. I'm having to play catch up on the chat. I saw your stuff. You just need to. Yeah, we're gonna have the video Retro Ralph coloring it for you there, Todd. When will Stern develop an app for their insider? That is something that definitely they need to do for easy access to get to your barcode. I usually take a screenshot of my barcode from their website, and that's what I use when I'm at shows. That way I've always got one ready to go. But I'm never going to get one on my Jurassic Park because I have the altered movie code, and I want it to stay that way. I'm not going to the traditional stock code if I can have the altered movie code and with the assets that I love on that. Nope. Let's see here. Future plans, give them a chance. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder when his video is going to come out. I figured Jeff and him will have a video out by now, but they have not. Are maybe expensive, but the best thing about the hobby are the friends in the community like Carrie and Todd and everyone you meet at shows and playing on location. Definitely the people make a huge difference when it comes to this hobby in general. You have bad eggs, obviously. You'll see a lot of them on Pinside, the keyboard commandos. We saw one just recently in my chat that decided to spam it over and over again. Those are some of the people that you've got to, sadly enough, deal with in this hobby. Thank you very much, Mike. I enjoy making them. It's one of those where the wife just kind of sits back and watches me play two different people and has to just shake her head. Yeah, Todd used to have a beard in his old infomercials. He did. He did. He used to have the beard at all times, and then he shaved it, and he's all walking around with a clean slate. I told him he needs to grow it out, especially since Christmas is around the corner. He can be Santa Claus for a pinball. Expo Sunday afternoon tournament scent. No, there's definitely some scents that you do not want as a cologne. And a lot of that is some of the cheddar smelling BO that you might find at shows from certain people. Chili Peppers pin would be nice. Yeah, RHCP would be pretty cool. I mean, personally, I know there's rumors about Foo Fighters. I'm a big Foo Fighter fan, so I think I'd be down for that. Not the woke Scooby-Doo. Oh, man. No, I did not make it to the Arcade Expo. Sorry, I was working. And hard at that. That was a busy weekend for me. Yes, Todd is a good dude. He's all right. I say he's all right. I'm like, oh yeah, he's all right. No, Todd's awesome. Ever taken the playfield off to fix something and then 45 minutes later, after taking 30 components off the playfield that you should have taken everything off to begin with, and then 45 minutes later, after taking 30 components off the playfield, that you should have just taken everything off to begin. I don't know. I guess I'm just reading that wrong. But yeah, I've made plenty of mistakes of disassembling a playfield. And one of that mistakes is my very first solid state, which was Spy Hunter. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take everything off the playfield and I'm going to like clean it all up, make it look sexy, and put it all back together again. And I did that without taking a single picture. Very big mistake on my end on that because yeah, I had to go online on Pinside and as well as on other groups and everything to like IMDb or the IPDB, the pinball database, to find the pictures online to be able to reassemble that game again. Have you read Dave Grohl's book? Insane good. No, I have not read his book. I still need to watch the movie that they did that came out back in February. I forgot what it was called, but I still need to watch that. Rather have them and not need them. But yeah, so I mean, this sucks that the chat is not doing what I want it to do over here. And I know I could easily just snip it and import it over here to what I'm telling you. Let me go over here. Let me go to this right here. So in the future, when I get this actually fully working, the chat will be on here. So for those of you that want to see it in like full-fledged at all times, then it'll be over here on the side of the screen for you to see. So that way, where am I? Yeah, this one. This side over here. You'll have the chat always going, as well as me being able to pop up stuff on here. Well, about time for me to be hitting the old dusty trail. Yeah, that sounds like something that you would say there, Dave. Like, excited about these streams in the future. Good night. Take it easy, man. Take it easy. Yeah, Studio 666. That was the one. Yeah. His alt JP movie code is available on Pinside. If you contact me via Pinside, I can direct you to him because I cannot think of his name off the top of my head. And you have to like sign a form and all this other kind of stuff and junk in order to get the code. So I cannot share it through me. You have to get it through him. And you have to like digitally sign a form and everything. But once you have it, then you've got it and you're good to go, kind of thing. I'd pick one cabinet to be buried in for a funeral. What game would it be? Probably Haunted House. It's a very big cabinet. I want all the room I can get. Or Hercules. Yeah. I want them to dig a hell of a hole to put me in. So maybe Hercules. That'd be a hell of a good cabinet to be put into. Did you ever own 3D logo and animations? Oh, do I ever do my? Oh, I don't personally do my own. I have a brother that is really good at doing them, and he's done them for me in the past. When it comes to my newly intro and everything, I actually hired somebody to do that for me as well. And I have other things in the future that I want to do as well. 3D stuff, I don't like it. I don't like dealing with it. It's my mind, my brain, when I'm trying to control the axis points on the X, Y, and Z and everything, it's not intuitive to me. I start trying to click and drag things and they're going a different direction. And I'm like, well, this is just frustrating. So I'm one of those where I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. I'll rather just throw money at somebody and they do it for me. So that's just, when it comes to that stuff, that's how it is. Let me get rid of this right here so I can figure out. Thanks for the sub there. Why do more pin companies don't do original themes? Because they don't sell. That is why we don't see more original pins, James, is because over the past decade, original pins do not sell nearly as often and as good as your themes. That was a prime example of that was Black Knight. Now, for those that are deep in the pinball hobby, when Black Knight was released, we knew what it was. We knew it was the third in the series of the first two, Black Knight and Black Knight 2000. Thank you for the sub there, Steven. And when we saw that come out, I know my initial impressions of Black Knight sort of raged when it came out. I was like, yes, because I really enjoyed the Black Knight series. And I was really excited about the game or the trailer. I was like, oh, I'm going to sell this game so I can get this game. And then I watched the stream and I was like, no. No, disappointment. I started to work on my Last Action Hero a little and then got sidetracked by Carrie's stream. Oh! What's going on with your Last Action Hero now? What Pinside name? Pinside name. Mine is the Captain. THECAPN. Send me a message and I'll forward you his Pinside name and you can contact him about getting the alternate code for Jurassic Park. Is that you must be using voice Johnny Mnemonic? We're using fluids now. Johnny Mnemonic. That's actually air, not hot. That'd be hydraulics. My bad. So staying forever. Love the movie. Never played the game. Kind of rare, isn't it? Rare. They didn't make a lot of them. But I will say that this is a very fast game. This is why I got it, because I remember playing a fully functioning game once, and I was like, I need to get this game because it is always got you on your toes. Those orbits just swing around right back to your flippers. Those ramps swing around and throw that ball right back at you. It is one of those games that you only break you really get is whenever you launch it to the glove region to load the matrix up. So if you like a game that is like constantly you're doing something, then Johnny Mnemonic is going to be up there for you. Some of the call outs after a while get kind of a little repetitive. What are you doing? I'm making a long distance phone call. You hear that a lot, but it's nowhere near as bad as Lethal Weapon 3's. Okay. Or Stargate's up the middle, shoot the pyramid. Not that bad. Which theme am I most disappointed in recently with? Bond. As of right now, I'm a little, disappointed in that one. Fishtails is all my time favorite, best original theme, in my opinion. To each their own. No, I'm not done. Let the dogs out. I'd rather them go outside than it. Letting the dogs outside. Pick one of these themes. Which one would you go for? Avril Lavigne or Alanis Morissette? Alanis Morissette. Without a doubt. That is more up my alley than Avril Lavigne. Alanis Morissette. That would be pretty. Oh, man. That wiener dog always runs back in. Let's see here. Problem with the magnet board? On Last Action Hero, get you the new one off of Pinball Live. I did, because the traditional OEM board is crap. So get the Pinball Live version of that magnet board, and you should be good to go. Metallica pen, nobody wants to sell theirs. I gave up. Yeah, I mean, people tend to hold on to that game now. I think that's like the LE for that game is a game that I have rarely ever seen. It's like a unicorn that I've ever seen, like an LE Metallica. Years later, flipped a 180 on? I don't know about a 180. I've never just been like, oh, guys, you know what? I'm completely wrong. The game is actually awesome. No, I've never done a 180. I've like even just giving you a heads up here when it comes to Stranger Things. I've played it. It's better than my first experience, but I definitely still don't tell people that they should get it and it's an amazing game or anything. All caps, and they might. But let's see here. Let Metallica traded my Deadpool Pro for one. Captain Mix for Johnny. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Stringer Films. Thanks for joining the chat and sending me the $2. Very appreciated. Here's your $2. Did you owe me $2? I don't recall giving $2 at some point. Was it at Expo or something? Dogs on live stream is a total win. Yeah, well, without a doubt, whenever the dogs come back in, I'll show you my wiener.
That's what she said.
That's not what I want to do.
That's what she said.
What? I pushed 2 buttons at one time, guys. Sorry about that. I tried to use my pinky on it, and it slid down and went to the AFK button. But that gives you a little look right there. What it does in case I do have to go to the restroom is that I can just push this, and it'll be like, oh, I'll be back. Then I can just do a quick transition to get right back to me like that. So there's that. But let's see here. Thanks for the unbiased content and good night from McKinney. You're very welcome there. Texas 51210. Tim stopped distributing the JP movie code on Pinside. Oh, we did? Did he stop distributing it? Oh no. I'm lying to people then if he stopped distributing it. That sucks. I wonder if he got like a cease and desist. What's going on, infamous cheesehead? Rocky Horror Picture Show pin. Great songs, movie clips, and haunted house as your mech. What else do they want? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It's been years since I've seen Rocky Horror Picture Show. Right on. I was looking at them. I will grab one tonight. Yeah. I was having nonstop magnet board issues, blowing fuses and all that stuff. And then I got that board and it went through the entire TPF weekend without an issue. So that was my stress test for that. Meteor or Cyclone and Comet. Meteor is really good for that spinner sound. Moxie, come here, little girl. Come here. I gotta show everybody my wiener. Get to my wiener. Why the lips? Why always the lips? Why always the lips? All right, Moxie, you're off.
You go back to bed.
Yeah, back to bed? Yeah, she's still in trouble. That dog has got like an anteater tongue. She's able to just like straight for the uvula in your throat. Yeah, Meteor is good for the spinner sound, and but there's a really good soundboard that you can get from Meteor that actually incorporates much better audio for it, so you're not having to hear that like that, just the horrible sound for that game traditionally. But there's a good soundboard that you can get. Let me go through. I'm trying to play catch up here. Junkyard. I've only played that game at auctions. It was for that cup at Prince's. What cup? I guess I don't remember this cup at Prince's. I don't recall this. Sorry. I don't think I was drinking that hardcore that night either. My. Have I ever been to the Houston show before? I get this question a lot tonight. No, I have not been. Even though it's like 4 hours from my house, I have not been to it yet. What's the cap on a new unboxed pin? That depends on the theme. I think that's what it boils down to. Chances are when Back to the Future does come out, it'll be a ridiculous price. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Oh, what was in that cup? Oh, okay. I thought you meant like $2 because I owed you, or you owed me $2 for like buying something for you or something. Let's see here. Do I sell hats on my logo on it? I personally don't sell them. I do have merch on the Silver Ball Swag website. If you look in my video descriptions, there's a link to that particular page. I would love to get hats with the quality that Loser Kid has. These things, I love them. I mean, I would love to wear my own hat. That'd be great. But this thing, it just feels really, I just love it. Love it so much. All right. When are you going to give your opinion on Bond Premium Pro after seeing the Jack Danger live stream? That is something I've been holding off on because I want to do it in a stream like this. This is supposed to be a test stream, but I'm getting everybody in here and stuff to talk and keep me going. But I want to do a stream to go over every game that I played at Expo because I feel like if I was to do a video, separate video for Bond, separate video for Stranger Things, separate video for Queen, the videos wouldn't really be but maybe a few minutes long. So I figured I would just have bullet points and go over each game and each topic to all of you and get feedback right then and there. So this is mainly just to test out the chat, which obviously is not working the way I want it to. I'm having to do this right here to click on stuff. But in the future, probably my actual legitimate first stream will be going over stuff like Bond and everything. Still want Robo Wars? Then get it. Let me play a little bit of catch up on chat here, especially BT. Yeah, if it's not a Kapow game, I would be surprised. There's no way it's not a Kapow game, in my opinion, because of the relationship between Joe and the owners of the Back to the Future license, Bob Gale. They have a very good relationship, so it would just make sense that they would do a Kapow title. And if that's the case, then you know that they're only going to do an LE and a Super LE, and the prices are probably going to be starting at $12,000 up to $15,000, if not more. It wouldn't surprise me. Free Play Florida, never been there. I've only been to Florida 2 times in my life, and once was actually just recently in August. Down here to the Southern Fried Gaming Expo. I need to. I've heard nothing but good things about that, and the most recent footage I saw looked pretty entertaining as well. Can't wait for TPM. Not sure what pinball to take. Last year I took my Revenge from Mars. Any machine. I mean, this is something I meant to go over in a video that I did about the people that were bringing games. Is not only what to do and how to go about doing it, but to look at the list that people register with their games and go through that list. And if you see that okay, someone's already going to be bringing, I don't know, let's just say Last Action Hero. One of the main reasons why I bring my Last Action Hero like every year is because mine is typically the only one there. So I keep bringing it because I look on the list and no one else is bringing it. Maybe one other person. That's the most I've ever seen on one TPF was like 2 Last Action Heroes, including mine. But I typically bring my Last Action Hero because no one else is bringing it. So I try to bring games that are not there so everybody else gets a chance to play a game that you don't typically get to see or whatever. My usual default game was also World Cup Soccer because there's maybe 1 or 2 that are there, and it tends to be the other one is not functioning. And that game, my World Cup Soccer, is like a freaking stone. That thing can take a beating and keep on going. Any plans on a video for properly fondling balls to keep them shiny? Properly fondling balls.
That's what she said.
I mean, I don't know about a way to fondle them to keep them shiny, but you can just, you're going to keep taking the balls out and putting new ones in. Make fun of Bond for an hour. I'll watch and enjoy. I don't know if I can go on for a full hour.
That's what she said.
But like I could go on for a little bit. I yeah, without a doubt, it's the game that's most recently got me kind of like uninterested in it. Do I have a favorite non-pinball arcade machine? Off the top of my head, I can't think of one. Arcade. Robotron 2084. That's the game that I would like to have here for whatever reason. That game I want to have. I was the only one who took Revenge from Mars. I enjoyed seeing people playing it and appreciating it. Yeah, it's always a good sign to see other people playing your game and enjoying it. I agree. Don't bring duplicates. At least you support the show. That's the most important part. So yeah, if all you got is that one game, and you see that 4 other people are bringing that game, but if that's all you got, still bring it anyways. At least that gets you a free ticket for the weekend, and you're in there. I mean, my tips is always like try to bring games that no one else is bringing. Sometimes you have no choice, and also just make sure your game is working as much as possible. Obviously, 100% is preferred, but some people bring games, and I know it's a roll of the dice when you move these games and transport them. But sometimes people get their games there and it doesn't run a single minute that it's there. What was it? Just recently, at the most recent TPF, there was a guy that brought that Addams Family. That was black and white. It was completely different. It was up there next to my Getaway, actually. He worked on it the entire damn weekend. He couldn't get it going. That sucked. I felt sorry for him. Pin mods or toppers, important or unnecessary, depends on the pin. Yeah, it definitely depends on the pin and the mod. The best mod is the mods that don't look like mods. That's the thing. I mean, if you can look at a machine and nothing stands out as like, what the hell is that? Or that looks a little off-putting, then the chances are it's not a good mod. So the best mods are the ones that don't look like mods. And it always depends on the pin, obviously. There's a lot of ideas I have for Johnny Mnemonic when it comes to mods, because there's not many for that game, and I really want to put some in there, but getting some that don't look like mods is the hard part. You had one, it's how I knew it would be a fun game. Yeah, World Cup Soccer is definitely a game that I highly recommend people to get, and I guarantee you the people that are getting that game now are not quickly to turn around and sell it. All right, we got Todd talking about how he takes care of his balls. Put them in a t-shirt with simple grain to get the new grease off them to start. Killer Instinct 2 up for sale if I'm interested. I wasn't much of a Killer Instinct 2 guy. I was a much more Killer Instinct 1, though. 2 Robotrons. Why do you have 2? You've got one too many. You can go ahead and send me the other one. You can send me, I'll even let you send me the worst condition one out of the 2. Dealer's choice. Porky's Pinball Machine. I guess you could probably play that game an interesting way by looking through a little small hole down at the playfield. That would be an interesting little gimmick to play. Powerball's over here. Southern Fried Gaming Expo is about the same size, if not bigger, than Pinball Expo in Chicago, but with more games. All right. Gary, what percentage of your viewers are female? Maybe 1%. Maybe 1%. The last time I checked. Let me look again. Let me see this. Because I'm curious now if it has gotten better, but I bet it's less than 1%. Analytics. Audience. Oh, 1.3%. So it has increased actually. All right. Out of the town this weekend. We'll see here. Spy Hunter is a great looking arcade cap. Yeah, Spy Hunter was definitely one I remember playing a lot at the skating rink growing up. It was a sit down one, and that was really cool. Any tips or tricks on removing the crane on Last Action Hero? It's time for a full shop job as well, and I see that OT has to come off to get the ramp off. So that crane is merely being held on a pole with one grub screw or set screw, whatever you want to call it. It's literally just one little bitty hex screw that you loosen up, and that thing just comes right off. It's crazy that one little thing is keeping that big old crane. That's why it usually shakes and wobbles as much as it does whenever you're playing it. 500 Pinball, great looking turd. You know what? And the thing is, I bet I still have the art for that game because I redid the game and the art for it, and I still have that. I created my own. You can buy a new repro now, I want to say, on like Pinball Decals EU. And of course, they have that now after I created it and stuff. So, Gary, if you could have any theme pin made, what would it be? Back to the Future. Back to the Future or Sonic the Hedgehog. And I was really looking forward to Ryan's Sonic the Hedgehog, mainly because of the audio. The music for the old Sonic games on the Sega holds so much nostalgia in my heart. So whenever you hear certain songs in that pinball machine, like every time I walk by the homebrew section, I'd hear a certain song. I'm like, I know what level that is. Oh, I know what level that is. It's just, it hits hard. And I fear that the upcoming Sonic game that does get made by a certain manufacturer is not going to be anywhere near what I would want it to be. I'm hoping that it's still able to, like, hit certain nostalgia points, but it's not going to be the old Sega Sonic that I remember. It's probably going to be like the new Netflix Sonic the Hedgehog show that's on. Ask me if I care. Still waiting. Oh, I don't say ask me if I care. I say ask me if I give a shit. Just finishing up Prince Arcade in day 3. Kind of curious to see what kind of music you choose to play as Todd's putting that stuff on there. You're gonna be playing some Enya. I mean, it's gonna have to be, obviously DMC safe or DMC CA whatever safe on whatever. I'm losing track of what I'm talking about. What is your procedure for a new in-box game? Do you wax or leave it alone? I leave it alone. New out of the box, you're safe. You're gonna be good to go. And when new in-box games is the way the play fields are these days, you just need a routine wipe down essentially with these new games. That's all it takes. You start seeing some trails that are in your in lanes and maybe even your out lanes that are around certain areas. Just get you a little bit of naphtha or maybe even Novus 1. And as long as you keep up with it, it should not take too much effort to keep your new in-box, new games, modern games clean these days. Goonies? I don't know. Even at a young age, I never really had a lot of thought and excitement and nostalgia towards Goonies. So even when Robert at Deep Root was talking about Goonies and showing me the game, the whitewood that he had and stuff like that, it was like, okay, all right. It's just not something that I remember like being excited about or watching over and over again as a kid. Now there are other movies that I remember watching over and over again as a kid, and one of those was Labyrinth. I watched that probably way too many times because back in the day you had VHS tapes and that's all you had. You didn't have streaming abilities to just be able to change. So when we had Labyrinth, a lot of time went to watching that. What's the difference between Jurassic Pro and Premium? Quite a bit actually. The premium has a moving T-Rex head. You've got a better T-Rex pit. Uh, I want to say you got the helicopter blades that spins on the shooter lane area, and I'm pretty sure other people can input what else is missing on the pro versus the premium, but I'm perfectly content with my pro. There's going to be a Five Nights at Freddy movie. I think it's good that they make a pinball about Five Nights at Freddy's. I never played the game. I watched other people play it like on YouTube because I think it's like I guess it's like a scary kind of game. Who might have stolen the Sonic IP from AP? Well, if I was a betting man, I would say it's Stern, even though supposedly they don't have it. And this is because I still think if someone does a Sonic today, it's going to be about the newest Sonic that's being released on Netflix. And who already has a relationship with Netflix? And that's Stern with their Stranger Things. And don't they have another game that just came out that's Netflix based? I don't know why I can't think about it, but they have a relationship with Netflix as it is, and it wouldn't surprise me if it's the new Sonic that's coming out, the new show. Yes, I still have Swords of Fury. It is in the dining room. I just got finished playing it really well a couple of weeks ago and rolled the score over because it had been so long since I hit the jackpot that my jackpot was like, I don't know, 5 million. So that really helped me by rolling the score over. Old school Sonic, nice. Yeah, if it was old school, like on the Sega, but I doubt very seriously they're going to do that. Yes, my Cactus Canyon, I still enjoy it. Yes, I do. Thank you, Todd, for putting in the effort and getting rid of my fine love in my town today. There is no love in my town. I will tell you that right now. NBA Fast Break has nostalgia for me from the NBA Jam. Sonic does too. Yep. Never ending story, Pen. I could see that. I watched that a lot as a kid too. I mean, is there going to be like a video mode where you have to save Artax in the mud in the Swamp of Sorrows and you can never win? How messed up would that be? If you have a Swamp of Sorrows and it's like a video mode and you have to hit the action button to save them and you just never can save them. That would be a pretty funny little gimmick to put in a game. I would be that messed up to put that in a game just so it's just like you can't save them, but maybe you increase your bonus by how long you can attempt to save him. And that scene messed me up as a kid. That was sad. Nice pins. Thank you very much, Ramrods. Ram Mod, sorry. Yeah. Princess Jillian. What's going on, Jillian? Have you removed that governor off your truck yet? Here, keep up the great work, and I really enjoyed the Getaways Restore series. Thank you very much. I thought about releasing a new Getaway video where basically it's kind of like a compilation video of all the work involved, as well as all the way up to me winning the best of show for it. I've actually got it here. I could essentially show you guys, but the music on there would definitely flag the video. Watch Lethal Weapon, Tango and Cash, and Roadhouse on VHS over and over, laughing my ass off. Oh, and Willy Wonka. I need to rewatch the Lethal Weapon series again to see if it still holds up. Better make him look good on that beard video. Like, I don't know. There's only so much that they can adjust in Premiere. At least I noticed. There's only so much that they can do. There's not an option to do miracles, Todd. Do I have the topper for Swords of Fury? No, I haven't seen a good topper. You show me a good topper for Swords of Fury and I'll get it. I haven't seen a good one yet. I've seen some homemade ones. I've seen ones I think CPR makes, but I haven't seen one where I'm like, oh, I need to get that topper for my game. Scooby-Doo pin? Yep, it's coming. Wait for it. It's not a theme that I'm excited for, especially the things I've heard about it, but we'll see. Ramrod! A Green Day pin, maybe. That's another pin. That's another band that I like. I don't know if I like them as much as other bands, but I remember listening to a lot of Green Day back in the day. Truck is in the shop. Remember Megan and the Toyota? Driving over stuff. Scooby-Doo would check all the boxes. Okay, so Scooby-Doo would check all the boxes, huh? Okay, so let's just say, for instance, okay, did you enjoy Halloween and or Ultraman? If you enjoyed the design for that game, then you may enjoy the design for Scooby-Doo. That's all I'm going to say. Reprinted mountain for my getaway turned out pretty nice. You printed your own mountain? Trying again for another Twippy carry. Kaneda's also going to go for his Twippy. Well, I'm not actually like, I never have gone for a Twippy. If I get one, cool. But I'm never like, come on, give me a Twippy. I'm like, 'cause I'd rather, for me, Todd, and I'm not saying this is how you are or how anybody is. But every time I promote the Twippies, I'm always telling people to vote for who you support. I mean, I'm never gonna ask for votes. I would rather win just by them having faith in my content and like my content and voting for it, not by me asking for it. People were asking me if I treasured my Twippy runner-up plaque or my best of show plaque that I got at TPF. And without a doubt, it was the best of show plaque because that took 4 people and judges to meticulously go over something that I worked extremely hard on for like 2 years. And that was like the pinnacle. I don't think anything can top that best of show award in my opinion. So yeah, it was the best of show award for me. It's Swords of Fun, yeah. Tried to play Halloween recently, but ball got stuck and a minute. SDU channel has to go for this channel for sure. Oh, Hector, especially with all your support. You just bought me a new microphone. gotta order a new mic because I'm guessing this one's it's turning into a woman. It's getting all finicky, and I gotta touch it just right in order for it to work properly. So I'll just give this one to my wife, and then I'll get the new microphone. But so when it comes to the mic, I typically like my mic out of view, like this right here, because I mean I would lift it up, but I'm afraid to touch it because it's going to start spazzing out on me again. But I know a lot of people have a microphone right here where you could see talking into it. Is that a preference for or against any of you guys out there? If that's something that it bothers you if you see someone's microphone or anything like that? I don't think I've ever watched content that I've been like, oh, I don't like seeing people's microphones, but. Hey, Carrie, I'm starting to get into more pinball restoration. I have people asking me to do a playfield swaps. What is a reasonable price? Oh, well, it always depends on the game. No game is exactly the same. Even Ultraman and Halloween. But it always depends on the game on what you're going to charge. If you talk to even the people that do this for a living, it's never going to be the same. Like Todd could give you a better idea on what they would charge, but even then, I guarantee you, there's always some variables in place for that. Yeah, seeing a mic is standard. You get better audio that way. Okay, I mean, I think my audio is okay, but I want it to get better. Obviously, I mean, I can raise it up a little more, hopefully without irritating, because this thing. So you can see the mic just a little bit right there. I can still keep it out of focus. Tighten my rod up.
That's what she said.
Mainly EMs and early solid state stuff. So I mean, if it was EMs and early solid state, those are much easier than definitely your layered playfields. I mean, if you're wanting to compare like Tales of the Arabian Nights or an Indiana Jones to an early solid state game, without a doubt, your early solid states are going to be easier and much preferred to work on. If I put time in on The Mandalorian, not sure if you did any videos on it and missed them. I didn't do a video showing off basically how I felt in-wise on it. I mean, I remember having my first impressions on it, but as far as, whether it's a good game or bad game, I think in the end it was one of those games that was like, if you get it, I think you're going to enjoy it. It shoots okay. It's not a game that I want to own. But I thought it was a shooter wise, I'm like, all right, it's okay for the little amount of time that I have on that game. And that's something that, because even on location, I didn't ever go, I guess, at that time to a location when they had one that I could play repeatedly over and over again. So the time that I've had on it has been very little, and I hate to give a really harsh opinion on something when I haven't put that much time on it. That's just me, and so that's why I really wanted to check your Facebook. Yeah, I got notified right here, Stringer. Just give me a second. Specific games for Getaway, Flash Gordon. Okay, so Getaway, Playfield Swap. I can tell you from my experience on that. There's a lot of metal on this game, and my buddy is really noticing that too when he's going through and polishing everything. Flash Gordon, there's a lot of metal on that game too, but it's a double layered playfield. You got the upper deck and lower deck on that one. So I think both of those would be an interesting one to do. My Swords of Fury, I could do Swords of Fury again, like mine. I've already done one, but I did not want to do another one right after that one because that was kind of a pain. That upper playfield was harder than it was supposed to be to remove. That was a ugh. So, oops. Mando is great, simple old 90s style rule set. You need a PhD. You don't need a PhD to play. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I like the RPG aspect of that game is that you're collecting the best car and stuff like that. I felt that the layout was pretty, straightforward and simple and everything. It wasn't. I didn't have anything really bad to say about it. I just couldn't give you, the information of like you need to get this game. It's a great game. It was one of those. Oh yeah, I played it. Yeah, it's all right. Played Mando when it's leaving Wednesday. Reason code and sound if fine. But the left orbit and the left ramp are not fun to shoot, just my opinion. I think one of the things I was harping on when the pro model of the Mando was that there was a particular shot that didn't look like it was going to be very smooth because it was missing that other wire form that would, I want to say, feed your left flipper. That was like completely missing, so it seemed like it was just going to shoot out the side. I'm just trying to remember. Hector, I'm seeing your messages here on Facebook. Give me just a second. Which existing pin has more love and admiration than it deserves? Which one is underappreciated? Has more love and admiration than it deserves? Oh, man. That's interesting. Toy Story 4. I think some people are really talking that game up, trying to really, I guess, make people understand or make their purchase valid. I don't know. I mean, if you love Toy Story 4, okay, good. If you feel like that the money you spent on it is well worth it, okay, good. I just disagree. That's all I'm saying. I don't see it being worth that amount of money, and that's my issue with the pinball economy these days in general. Is that I'm starting to see these games come out like Bond and cost as much as they do, and I'm just like, no, not for what I'm getting out of that. And it's been mentioned before that Cactus Canyon Remake is the best bang for your buck. It's one of the best games for your buck right now for how much you pay for it, what you get in it, and the quality that it has. It is. Now, is it like, a better shooter than like, let's say Godzilla and stuff like that? Oh, no. They're just best bang for your buck. If you want a good quality game, it's going to be entertaining and fun to play, and it's got good quality materials, and Cactus Canyon is right up your alley. So, should it always be 1.0 before reviews? If it's not, then the people that love the game are not going to agree with anything you say. That's the thing. If the code isn't finished, anything that you have bad to say about the game will be followed up with a rebuttal of, well, the code isn't finished yet. It's not done. You have no right to an opinion because the code isn't done. But if I say the game is awesome, it's followed up with, that's awesome. You're great. Great material, Carrie. But if you disagree with what people say, that's when you get the negative feedback because you don't agree with how they think. This world is really weird when it comes to how you feel about a machine. People grow this emotional attachment to a particular game or theme that's released, and if my opinion doesn't match how they feel about it, then evidently I'm a moron or don't know what I'm talking about or whatever, instead of just being like, well, we like different things. I have never told people what they should or should not buy. I've just basically stated how I feel about a game. All right, let's see. I've missed some stuff here. Star Wars Pro with headphones. Can't stop playing mine. It's stunning. We went over Star Wars earlier. I am not a Star Wars fan. I'm sure it has great audio, but I am not a fan of that game. It requires way too much movement to get a really high score, hitting that button, get the multiplier up and everything. I see people play that, and it's like they're freaking doing P90X workouts. It's like, nope, not for me. In your experience, how much wear and tear happens at TPF? I have a restored routine on it, and I'm considered taking it to sell. That's an interesting one. If your game is properly put together, then the wear on it should be minimal. You're going to get at least 300 plays over the course of the TPF weekend, depending on how people play. But you're looking at least 300 plays over the weekend. I'll get probably close to 400, depending on the game. If a game plays long, then you're going to get less plays. If it plays really quick and people are able to rotate out faster, then you're going to get more plays. Hector's like, TS4 is crap. And Lethal Weapon 3. The thing is, I think Lethal Weapon 3 is okay, but it's definitely not worth the price it's going for right now. I went through this recently with my Patreon people. I was looking at some of the ads. That game is selling for like 3,000 plus now. And I'm like, no, sorry, not for me. New Bond is lame. Do you think Chicago Gaming will price hike the next game come out? I do. If they follow what the people are paying for the market, more than likely. I would like to hope they wouldn't, but with the way things are, because guys, I can tell you right now, from being in the industry, you are still looking at a chip shortage until 2024. So take that information and do with it what you like, but you're going to look at a chip shortage until 2024. So that's going to be slowing down a lot of the things that we're seeing with among manufacturers and boards and stuff like that. What's up, babe? Well, then eat. What does she cook?
She cooked the things that she hasn't cooked in a while, but I don't know what that's called, but it's like the noodles and the beef and
Sounds questionable. I don't know. All right, I'll get some later. Thank you, though. What was I talking about? Pricing on games with the Chicago gaming and stuff like that. Oh yeah, the chip shortage. Yeah, so chip shortage, you're going to see that going on until 2024. So I don't know if it's going to get any better for the pricing on machines. Lebowski code 1.0. No, I have not. Or did I? I don't know what code version he had. No, I haven't played 1.0 yet. No, I have not. It's a great game though. Great game. Oh, good old hamburger helper. Don't let this dog out. All right. See, I didn't enjoy Star Wars Pro, but now that I have the premium, it's really growing on me. But the Death Star shot is really tough. It's Pete from Mop Banning. How you been? Oh, he's talking to somebody else. I got into somebody else's conversation. Are you bringing another redone pinball to TPF to win Best of? No, unfortunately, I am ineligible to win Best of Show. That is the rules when it comes to the Best of Show, is that you cannot win 2 years in a row, which I'm totally fine with. Because like now, actually for me, now that I've got the Best of Show, I want to work on getting all the sub awards. I want to get like the best 90s. I want to get the best 80s. Maybe the best 70s, and maybe the best restoration. Now I want to get a collection of all the awards. So I guess I'm going to be bringing Johnny Mnemonic, and we'll see if maybe I'm in the running for best 90s. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Lethal Weapon 3 doesn't get enough love. Oh, it gets plenty of... Okay. That's what it gets plenty of. Yeah, Lethal Weapon 3, awesome, best bang for your buck. Yeah, I mean, if you get it for a good price, but not for what I'm seeing it sell for now. I remember I was telling my Patreons, I had trouble trying to sell it for like $1,300 back in the day. And now people are wanting like $3,000 for it. I'm like, what? No, I don't think you're going to see another World Cup pinball machine, which is sad. I don't see it. And that's funny because it's that game, World Cup right here, people that still have never played it look at that game and go, ugh, soccer? No. But then they play it and they're like, damn, kind of a fun game. It's one of those games that theme alone would not sell it. Let's see here. Hi from New Zealand. Hello, Chris K. What do I do for a living? I've been asked this before. I'll answer it again. I'm an equipment technician in the semiconductor field. One of our primary customers is Apple. So let's see here. My current collection is Attack from Mars Remake. That's a good collection he's got going on here. Tax. We're considering moving out and getting a new game in the lineup. What would I replace it with? Let's see here. What would I move and what would I replace it with? Out of this? I would replace. Damn. Well, which taxi? Is it the Maryland? I don't know. Maybe I'd just go ahead and say keep Taxi and get rid of Whirlwind. I don't know. I guess that game has just never fancied me. Mac and cheese. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Taxi or roller games? Roller games. A little bit faster for me. Good seeing you, Cell Processing. Thanks for stopping by. Airback wife needs to. I'd be afraid that your wife would kick your ass, Pitbull. Good lord. I can only imagine what the bedroom is like for them. I mean, we're talking like that. It's probably like two titans going at it. And just like, God forbid if they lived above somebody else, it would probably sound like someone's just like, I'm not even going into great detail on that. But yeah. Dump JP, but it's easy to buy back. The others in your collection are harder to come by. Yeah. JP Pro, it took me a while to get mine. I was glad that I got it when I did. What is my favorite current gen game? Godzilla. That's pretty easy right there. I'd take a Last Action Hero or a Stargate over some of the new pins. Ooh, a Stargate? Ooh, good lord. Have you played a Stargate? I mean, I used to own one. It was okay for a while, but after a while, man, it wears down on you. It's a hard game, too. Hello, Pinball Eddie. I'm doing good. Thank you very much. Way away in Louisville. Texas? That ain't very far away. It's a Maryland, yeah. Then you might want to hold on to the Maryland one. A little more value behind that one. Why was Big Buck Hunter made into a pinball game? There's a lot of machines that you could question why it was made into a game. And a lot of the movie games, that's the funny thing, is that you look at some of the movie games and like Last Action Hero and Johnny Mnemonic, not very great movies, but the pinball machine was better than the movie. So that's always a good thing. Coke or Pepsi? Well, honestly, I used to love Pepsi. That was my go-to drink. And for whatever reason, after COVID, I guess I got COVID at one point. I tested positive for it, whatever. But ever since then, I'm not sure they changed their recipe or it actually is COVID or something else has changed in my body, but I do not like the taste of Pepsi anymore. Something about it just tastes burnt. I don't understand. I can't explain it. It's been months since I've had it. So I'm probably going to have to try it again just to see if I taste it and go, yep, still hate it. So it would probably be at this point Coke, which I'm not a big fan of either because it's just way too sweet. Damn, Amazon's letting 10,000 people go just like Meta. See, guys, and we were talking about the economy earlier. These are key little hints about where things might be going. I'm not trying to give everybody a doomsday vibe here. Good night, James. Thanks for stopping by. Later, Pitbull. I'm not sure if you were leaving or not. I want a Zilla LE. That was a good thing for me. The first time I played a Godzilla was at Expo 2021. And so I got to assemble and play. That was my first experience with a Godzilla. So that was pretty cool. Wizard of Oz or Wonka? Wizard of Oz. I played the Wonka and I played Wizard of Oz. I'm guessing there's a little bit of nostalgia of Wizard of Oz for me. But Wonka, I don't know. It just didn't grab me. For the little amount that I have played it, it didn't grab me. Barbed Wire, I have not yet been able to play a fully functioning good barbed wire. I remember playing one at Texas Pinball Festival one year, and every time it came out of the VUC or the out hole on the right side of the game, it would literally shoot out and just shoot it directly down the middle. There was nothing I could do about it. The game was essentially broken because it would just eject out and go straight between my flippers. I'm like, well, crap. But yeah, Dr. Pepper, yeah, that's my new go-to beverage for sodas. If I want like a carbonated beverage, it's going to be Dr. Pepper. That is my new go-to, which is fine because that's my wife's favorite. Pizza Hut or Domino's, we're going to go with Pizza the Hut. Only Wonka CE, Zilla LE, all these LEs, Elvira Premium, what? Would love to get rid of GNR. What would I replace GNR with? Damn. Get you a Chicago gaming game. Get you a remake whenever the one comes out that you like. Maybe not Cactus Canyon, but get you something from Chicago Gaming to replace that GNR. Get you some extra money in your pocket as well as a good quality built game. Elvira is one of those games that I gave a lot of crap about whenever it first got released, mainly for the price. And then I played it. That may be the one game that if I think about it now that I probably did a 180 on because I really actually enjoy Elvira. I just still don't agree with the price for it. Starting some Pepsi COVID conspiracies. They must have changed their recipe or something. Pirates of the Caribbean or GNR? Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of GNR music. I mean, they're okay. Fox Cities Pinball, welcome aboard. Prefer roller game soundtrack? It's been a while since I played either of those games. I'm just going by memory here. The closest I got to a roller game is, as of just recently, was putting a pair of Penn Stadiums on it at TPF a couple of years ago. Baja Mountain Dew is the only choice at Taco Bell. Yeah, if I go to Taco Bell, I do. I get a Baja Mountain Dew, but you know what? I don't think I've gotten it. It's a Pepsi product. So I'm kind of curious if that flavor is different as well. Yes, I do plan on still restoring my Doctor Who. I just gotta freaking do it. Roller games over text. She lost me as a subscriber. Come back, Jeremy. It's all good. We got different tastes. Elvira's bolted to the floor. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's one that I definitely play when I go on locations. If I could find one for a good price, I'd probably get one. Honestly, I really enjoyed the game. I just don't agree with what it sells for. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, GNR. I mean, yeah, GNR is a very pretty game. That's mainly what it's got going for it. Beautiful. Why are all the JJP themes so horrible? I wouldn't say they're horrible. But you got Stern that's buying up all the really good ones. They're just different. That's a way to say it. They're just different. I wouldn't say horrible. It's a little harsh. You're a great carrot. I got 3 pinball, myself, Demolition Man, Space Shuttle, and the Simpsons Pinball Party. Play any of them? Yes. Demolition Man a few times. It's one of those games that I like the differential on shooting or hitting the flippers with the side portion of the game. I can't think of what the rods that are up here that you can shoot with on Demolition Man. I don't know why I can't think of the damn words for them. Space Shuttle is a good oldie. A buddy of mine, he had one for a long time. I played it a lot. And Simpsons Pinball Party, I used to really want that game. I did. And I honestly could have gotten it back before Texas Pinball Festival. But my buddy Jason bought it before I did. And he ended up bringing it to the show and selling it. Deadpool Premium or TMNT Premium? Deadpool Premium, because the Premium's actually beneficial to you, whereas the TMNT Premium, not so much. Alright, GNR is cluttered best, in my opinion. Yeah. Yep. A different shooter on that, without a doubt. Because I want wild for better games for Addis family. I'm trying to get caught up on chat right here, guys. I'm sorry, I'm probably going slower than what is actually going on. I need to get the chat fixed. And just out of curiosity, let me show you guys what eventually the chat can look like. But for whatever reason, the damn chat does not work for right now. But eventually, chat will always be that way. You can watch it in full screen mode, like some people do on their mobile device. If you're on desktop, this is not a really big thing. But eventually, you'll be able to do that. Also, coming up in the future is when I do interviews, whether that be people in the industry or just people that are in the hobby, a fellow person out there. I've got a particular screen set up for that, ready to go. So that's just something that I'm still working on it. This is merely supposed to be a test stream, and it's turned into Ask Me Anything. So, but it also gives me the ability to test out other things when it comes to audio. So now I've realized that I've got to upgrade my microphone because this one's starting to be real finicky. So Hector has basically submitted a great deal of money this afternoon or this evening, and I'll be buying me a new mic tonight. What do I think about Queen? Waste of great license or passable? Hector, I'm going to talk about this in an upcoming stream, but I honestly want more time on this game. But from the time that I did play it, it was a hard shooter because at every shot I felt like I was having to recover control of the ball. All right, love when you do the skits, very funny. Thank you. I've already got an idea for another one coming up. Might be a little too harsh on a certain manufacturer. I don't know. We'll see. It's always up here first, and then I kind of had to like go off from that. Ghostbusters and Safecracker are on my short list. Yeah, Ghostbusters is one of those where overall good game. It gets a lot of hate for the flipper gap. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, Stringer Films, but the flipper gap that is a little bit wider. I forgot the exact measurement, but the flipper gap is a little bit wider than your standard pinball machine. It doesn't have a. It was a mistake in the actual cat drawings. They made the playfield incorrectly, and they couldn't just change it in mid-production, so they just kind of stuck with it. You think Godfather would be good, huh? Now, that it might. I don't know how much of a fan base it's got, but maybe. This has been cool. See you next time. Thanks for stopping by, Pete. What's thoughts on Stern IC? What am I missing on Stern IC? Oh, inside a connector. Okay. I got my thoughts on that when it initially came out. It's gotten a little bit better, but it's one of those things where I'm still waiting for the other shoe to drop when you're really going to see how they're trying to really benefit from this technology. And I feel like they have developed a product that turns you into a product. And so we're going to see. I mean, because they're, whether you like it or not, they are mining information. That information may not be like, personal information, but it's information regardless that they can utilize for good in the end, I think. But, I think at the end we're still, giving them data, which, hopefully will only benefit and progress this dog. I'm probably going to have to go tell my little wiener dog in there to shush. She's not happy right now. Oh, thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you very much for the $10 donation. Very much appreciate it. Flipper gaps don't bother expert pinball players. Yeah, without a doubt. Probably hear my dog in there getting. What is going on? What is that dog doing? I wonder if she pissed on the floor again. Mando skit was off the rails. Good work. I don't know about off the rails, but I definitely did want to poke fun at Toy Story 4 a couple of times. I think Jurassic Park is a more narrow flipper gap than normal. No complaints. Oh, Mr. Franchi, welcome aboard, sir. This is stupid. Just kidding. Oh, man. It sucks, Franchi, that I didn't get to see you before Expo shut down. Would have liked to have given you a big old bear hug and everything. Rub beards and stuff like that, like we usually do. Resident Evil as a theme would be good. Hopefully better than the movies were. I mean, and that's the thing, is that they'd base them on the movies, not the video games. I think what would be interesting if they did a Resident Evil game is if they had the cheesy, horrible voice acting like they did in the very first game. No, don't open that door. Little stuff like that, I think the big Resident Evil fans would get a big kick out of. How's my friend's burnt getaway? From the pictures I've seen, he's got it pretty much cleaned up and put back together. Yeah, I'm gonna spoil this, guys, but Franchi is working on My Little Pony, and You talk about probably his best work yet. Fifth Element is definitely more than likely, if done right, a dream theme for me. That would be great. That has got so many quotable lines on there, without a doubt. That's one of those movies that I can play in my head. I've seen it so many times. Isn't there a post that could be added to the Ghostbusters pin? I don't know if you want to put a post in there or anything like that. That would just make it weird. Yes, we shall, especially at happy hour. That's the time. That is the time. Older pins versus new. Let's say Totan versus Godzilla. Without a doubt. I mean, a Totan is beautiful over Godzilla, but Godzilla has got much more going for it than Totan. My Little Pony. Harry Potter. I don't know. I don't know about that, guys. That's the thing is I've never, not that I hate it, I have just never been a Harry Potter fan. I watched all the movies and I was just like, okay, so this was a big deal at one point for certain people. All right, okay. Imagine the light rails. Yeah. Ooh, there you go, Franchi. Since people want to complain about your unicorn vomit or whatever, then if you My Little Pony, then you go full blown unicorn vomit, and you really show them what you can do. And then we'll put the light rails on there or whatever, the hot rails or the other the stern lighting system. I forgot what the hell it's called. Accent lighting and stuff like that. Yeah. Make you really think clown vomit. Think of getting a Lebowski. Is it worth it? Not sure about the manufacturer. Lebowski, you're just gonna wait a long time for it. But as far as like quality and getting it, the code's now at 1.0 and everything. So if you can afford the game and you can be patient, yeah, get it. Steve Ritchie is doing My Little Pony. Interesting. Elwin's next pin, deep sea fishing. I'll own that one. You know what? That's the thing. I think that would be a really good challenge for Elwin, is to give him like the shittiest theme ever and see if it still sells extraordinarily well due to just even lack of theme. And I bet it will. I bet you could have the most horrible theme, and I bet it would still sell and play amazing. I had no doubts in that. But I would just like, what theme would just not? You could give him Schindler's List as a theme, and I bet he could probably make that one of the best sellers. Thoughts on Jurassic Park versus TMNT? I love my Jurassic Park more than my Turtles. Skittle diarrhea. I have not seen that one before. That expression. Taste the rainbow. I froze for some time. Am I still frozen? Am I okay now? Taste my rainbow. Franchi art is awesome. We really wish we could have seen Franchi's art on the Bond game. I think that definitely would have increased the interest of Bond without a doubt. It's one of those things where I'm sure there's reasons that they feel it's valid behind that, what Stern decided to do. In the end, it's the licensor's decision. But I feel like if Franchi could have presented his work to the license holder, that they would have been like, oh yeah, this is great. Yeah, we'll go with him. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, that's fine. What about There Will Be Blood or Gangs of New York pin? Great movies. I don't know about pinball machines. I don't see that being going over good. Schindler's List. Great pin. Oh man. Exclusive. My Little Pony is next. Foo Fighters go through to the catcher. Yeah, Foo Fighters. Yeah, I'm a big Foo Fighters fan. So I'd be curious to see what if that game gets done. Danke. Where is the DC Comics table? Why Monopoly from Marvel? I don't know. Because just the relationship they have with them already. Once you start a relationship with one pin and that relationship is good, you've already formed a bond. And so then Marvel / Disney is like, hey, you did well the last time. We like this relationship that we're going. Let's continue it. And sometimes depending on what that contract is, they may deter a particular manufacturer from having relationships with a competitor. Possible. I'm not saying that's what's going on, but I think the Marvel Disney hits a bigger audience than the DC currently does. Someone had an awesome VP Harry Potter full screen cabinet table. Yeah, I've seen the Harry Potter digital stuff, you know, and it's like, okay, that's cool, but digital versus someone being able to create a physical one is two different things. It would be pretty better anyways. I think the There Will Be Blood for me, that movie was just very slow. It was like there was a lot of scenes that they could have cut out to get back to just kind of speeding it up. But it's like I don't need to watch uh was it Jerry Lewis or whatever his name is, like walk all 50 yards to a house. I mean, you can cut. I take your word for it that he walked the 50 yards to get to his house, but they just showed the entire walk. I'm like, okay, you could have cut that out, but directors to each their own. All right, guys, it's time for me to go. The girls are going to bed. I'm already on here like an hour longer than I planned to be. I'm hoping that the upcoming one will have the chat working better over here. Over here. Let me go to that screen over here. So, what are you pointing at? So, eventually, I'm hoping to have the chat over here working. And then, of course, maybe in the future, I could even have a Franchi on here, and we can have a little one-on-one conversation and everything like that. Franchi, if you're up for it or whatever. Have a little interview session going on right here. I don't know. Just throw it out there. You don't have to say yes. You don't have to say no. No hard feelings. But that's just an option on there. All right, guys. It's been fun hanging out with you. I got both the girls right here, and now I got the dogs and everything coming in here as well, it looks like. So we're going to be setting up a little transition here and just going right into the escaping this thing. Hoping everybody had a good time. Until next time, guys.
Adios.
Peace out. That's what you're supposed to say. You want to say peace out? No, you don't want to say it? All right. Later, guys.